Hi there, welcome to the Call to Cinema. My name is Aaron, and happy Bluesday. So, does Bluesday mean Tuesday or Monday or Wednesday? Bluesday is any day that we talk about upcoming new Blu-ray releases, and that's what we're doing today. We're looking at Arrow Video, Indicators, brand new shocker of announcement, Shout Factory's super weird announcement, Imprint's July releases, and so much more. I want to thank you for joining me here today, and I'm kind of interested to get into this because there are so many good announcements and so many really cool releases that we can talk about. So I got it up on the big screen right here, and we are going to go through the different companies. I got Arrow, Imprint, Indicator, and Shout up on the screen right now for purposes of this video. And because I used to read a lot of choose your own adventure books when I was a kid, I did that. Love those things. Used to even get those Steve Jackson ones with the you had to get the hey George, welcome man when you roll the dice. So I will ask you out there in the audience, which company would you like me to chat about first? Hiding the brand of the cola, you'll never guess it. My hair's getting long. See? Do we go with Imprint, Arrow, Indicator, Shout Factory? Indicator. All right. George has indicated Indicator, and George was the first person to make the comment. So, George, we would do Indicator right away because it is a good one. It is a literally, hey, Kevin, welcome, man. It is a banger of an announcement for Indicator. A shocker, that's for sure. And because I'm gonna try and get this up on screen here now. Hey, Dinesh, welcome, man. All right. So, holy crap. It's been rumored that this was coming. I think we'll get right into the big one. So, George Romero's, that cover disturbs me, but it's disturbing film. Hardest to find work. Bruiser. Its most unique vision, definitely for cinema, is being finally put out. We're getting a good release for Bruiser. I'm kind of shocked. I've been wanting this for a while. Thanks to George, I have Martin, which is a favorite of mine. I will definitely be buying Bruiser. And it's coming out on July 22nd, 2024. Let's look at what they say about the features and stuff like that, because this, let me know if you guys have seen Bruiser, what you think of the film. It's a weird one. I like it. But here's the plot for those that don't know. And I'll just read it off here because it's only a short description. Because it's strange. Unhappy with both his home life and his career, Henry is plagued by violent fantasies. When he wakes up to find his face replaced by a featureless mask, he sets about exacting violent punishment on those who he perceived to have wronged him. It's a different one, George. It is definitely I love this film. Well, everybody loves this film. I don't know. It's definitely more art house for like Romero, but I enjoy it. So it's got a 4K HDR resolution. It is HDR10 compatible and done in Dolby Vision. So which is what you want to hear if you got if you're like me and you've got a TV that supports Dolby Vision. We have the audio commentary with writer director George Romero and producer Peter Grunwald here from 2001. An archival interview from 2014. Previously unheard recording with the legendary filmmaker. It is a strange movie. You're right with that. Interview with the lead actor Jason Fleming is here. That's a brand new interview for 2024. We got an interview with Dr. Chud, the former Misfits drummer, talks about the band's appearance in the film and its contribution to the soundtrack. 2024. We got a Kim Newman conversation here, The Worm That Turned, basically contextualizing the Bruiser within the context of Romero's career, which I think is extremely interesting. Image gallery, theatrical trailer. We got an 80-page book coming with this one here with archival interviews, magazine articles, a brand new essay by Craig Ian Mann. 5,000 4Ks, only 2,000 Blu-rays. And it's 4K, so it's region-free release. I'm not sure if the Blu-ray is region-free, but as far as I can tell, it seems like it is. And this one, I don't know. I think this is a UK release only, but I can't be sure. But 7,000 altogether, because it says limited edition of 7,000 individually numbered units for the UK. So maybe there's a US release as well, but I'm not sure on that one. Single White Female, limited edition. I'm a big fan of this film, and I kind of wish it would have included the sequel, because there's a sequel to this film, like a straight-to-video sequel. But the original, like Single White Female with Bridget Fonda and Jennifer Jason Leigh, is an amazing film. Something that I highly recommend. And if you've never seen it, I actually saw this in theater. Back when, when you show like movies like this in theater. Because this is one of the bigger ones along those same lines. Like they made a ton of like knockoffs and stuff like that, and kind of like the lower budget stuff. Remember The Roommate? With the girl from like Gossip Girl. It's kind of like a knockoff of this. Never saw the sequel. I got it upstairs actually. I think I got it on DVD. I'm trying to remember who acted in the sequel. Let me just. I'm going to cheat, and I'm going to go on IMDb and try and find out for you, because I do not remember. But it's somebody that I know, because it's been a while since I watched it. So Alison Lang and Kristen Miller. Trust me, you may not know the names right off hand, but you would if you saw them. Brooke Burns in it too. So here's the cover, because this is the cover of my my DVD case too. Anyway, so we got an out of commentary with the director, Robert Schroeder, editor Lee Piercy, and executive producer Susan Hoffman. We have an interview with Barbara Schroeder. The director discusses the release and production of the film. I'm just curious about something right now, actually. Susan Hoffman. Wouldn't happen to be. She did produce a few things. We got a interview with actor Peter Friedman, an in-depth interview with actor Steven Weber. Hey, Sammy, welcome, man. There's a lot of weird, like, straight video sequels, man, that people don't know exist. Single White Female Seeks Writer with Don Ross looked back on his adaptation of the John Watts novel. I'm working with Schroeder. She'll Follow You Anywhere. The critic, broadcaster, and author, unlikable female characters. Anna, I'm not going to try and pronounce the name. I apologize. Either Rafe dissects and contextualizes the film within the context of the erotic thriller. That's going to be a really good feature. New and improved English translation, subtitles, limited edition book, 3,000 copies for the UK here. Single White Female is a stone cold classic. I remember this one so well, and it's one I had. Who didn't back in the early 90s have a massive crush on both Jennifer Jason Leigh and Bridget Fonda? Like seriously, they were the ones, man. I'm gonna see them both in the same movie, and one of them significantly weirder than the other one, but a great one overall. But there's one more to look at, and this one isn't getting a US release, and not a UK release, and it's untouched with Ricardo Montalban. So for those that know him as that guy from Fantasy Island, do I have Sin City graphic novel 7 volumes? I don't. I almost bought the big, the big Sin City like omnibus ones though. with $25, but I missed out on it. So this is a world premiere for this one here. Scientist Frederico was tasked with taking a journey into the jungle to search for a rare medicinal root. When he becomes desperately lost, he's rescued by a farmer and soon begins a tour de affair with the farmer's beautiful daughter. So that's 100% up my alley. Super stoked with this one. So it's got its original Spanish mono audio. It's got a 4K restoration, alternate English audio. So you were good with that there. Audio commentary of Mexican cinema specialist David Wilt. Interview with Vivian Garcia Besna, the grandniece of the producers of the film. Discussed the making of the film and her venture in restoring her father's cinematic heritage. Interview with Rafael Avina, the writer, TV host, and passionate film historian, delves into the world of acclaimed director Roberto Gavaldon. We have interview with Roberto Fiesco. I'm going to butcher names, so I do apologize. Filmmaker, writer, and devout collector of Mexican film memorabilia, examines the life and career of one of the most beloved Mexican actors, Ricardo Montalban, because he did so much that needs to see the light of day, by the way. I absolutely adore this cover. Though I do find like Montalban and the lead actress almost got like a similar, I'm not sure if it's meant to be the way, like stylized or something. Like like in the facial features, it's very, I guess it's the artist, the way that the artist stylizes it. Has a very similar kind of look to the in the facial structure. That's 3 releases coming up. We got Bruiser, we got Single White Female, and we got Untouched. I'm excited about all 3 of these. I want all 3 of these. I think the biggest shock is Bruiser. It's it is such an unusual, violent, strange film, and I know it shook people when it came out. It's one that some people had problems with, but it's one that I look forward to reevaluating and hopefully reviewing here on the channel. So that'll make for an next one. Even though that freaking, like, look at that cover, man. I just gotta go there for a second. Look at that. How friggin' disturbing is that cover? How off-putting and kind of like, how much does it weird you out? Because it weirds me out. It weirds me out. We're going over to Arrow. And we're going to go directly into the one that I want to talk about. Because this is becoming a thing. And I'll say right now, I am so excited for this. The Nico Mastorakis collection. If anybody's watched my channel for any length of time, then you will know that I consistently talk about and name drop this director's films on a regular basis. And I actively collect when I can find his movies. Oh, Adrian Barbeau, The Time Traveler. Okay. So let's see what we got. What films are here? I know that these are all films I don't have. And that's really exciting because I've got quite a few of his films. I know from Zero Buys to Blind Date to The Wind, just so many different unique films from Nico Mastorakis. The ones I put out from Arrow, the ones that he put out from Vinegar Syndrome. So first up, we get The Time Traveler with Adrian Barbeau and Keir Dullea. Yep. Featuring an early score from the great Hans Zimmer. Oh, that's Sky High. So Sky High's got the we got Time Traveler, we have Sky High, we got Terminal Exposure, 2 carefree beach photographer who's accidentally photographed a murder and immediately set after the assassin. There was, I think, on Blind Date, the Scorpion release. There's a documentary on the early works of like Nicomastorakis, and I remember them showing sequences from Terminal Exposure because I wanted to see it bad. We got Glitch here as well. Two bumbling burglars whose attempt to throw the house party of the century in the luxury home of a Hollywood producer is followed by a group of mobsters. And we got Ninja Academy. So that's kind of cool. And last but not least, Naked Truth. Hey there, Semitech. Welcome, man. So we have a bunch of Nico Mastorakis films. It's we don't have the total artwork here. Like it's 6 films in total. It's quite the set. It's kind of like this is the stuff that hasn't been around. So this, we've all got or at least seen Island of Death and Zero Boys, right? Some of us that are like big fans have got some of his other stuff. We've gotten Blind Date with Joseph Bottom. But these are the other ones, the ones that like kind of filling in that spot of those Nico Mastorakis films that haven't been readily available and released, especially in the Blu-ray format, as far as I'm aware of, anyway. Looks like it's going to have 6 brand new interviews with the writer, director, producer Nico Mastorakis. So 6 interviews, 1 for each film. You're not the only man. That is a definite for me. On Death. It is such a cool film, man. It is such a weird film. What an ending. What an ending for the film. I love the ending of Dawn of Death. So they're going to interview for each of the 6 films. Dan Hirsch, a revealing self-interview, a brand new interview with the star of Sky High. Anybody else like old enough to like remember the song? Like, just look it up, Sky High. Yeah, I got stuck in my head right now. Jiro Okamura, Ninja Academy's Chiba, remembers a brand new interview with Jiro Okamura, looking back on his role as Chiba Ninja Academy and his career as an actor and martial artist. Malcolm's not here right now, but I'm sure he'd appreciate that one. Illustrated collector's book with new writing looked there by Barry Forshaw. 3 Days Grace. Don't know as much of my better half. My better half would probably know 3 Days Grace a little better than me. She's a little bit younger than me by a few years. Wait, I bet I do. I can't play it now, but I bet you as soon as I like listen, I will know. I was doing up like a list on Spotify today, and I did up like a country list of songs, and I'm like, I feel old. It's an incredible set. I am so excited to see this come out. Anybody else grab? I know that George is going to be grabbing this set here. The cover that they got there right now, just that it has a Monty Python-esque look to it, which is so weird. But yeah, that definitely has a Monty Python look to it right now. Obviously, this is not the final artwork, so we'll eventually get the final artwork. I will look up 3 Days Grace afterwards because I'm pretty sure I am a fan, and I just don't remember the song. We're getting a brand new 4K edition of the classic handmade films with no eye. If you don't have this movie, if you've never seen this movie, here's your chance to finally get it. I have the limited edition Blu-ray that came with How to Get Ahead in Advertising. I'm not sure. Will that be included on here on this one? I wonder. Off version with no documentaries are here. Other commentaries from this one are here. Limited edition packaging. So I guess what they're dropping is How to Get Ahead in Advertising, which I'm not saying I'm glad about it, but because I spent the money to buy that special limited edition with the cover. So uh, make sure I got the good one. But yeah, I really love this movie. It's got a personal place in my heart. Rafi got great uh, taste. Wilton Eyes is a phenomenal film. We're getting a 4K release for the Long Good Friday limited edition of this one here as well. If you have never seen the Long Good Friday, you owe it to yourself to see it. We got Bob Hoskins, Helen Mirren, a very young um, Pierce Brosnan in this one here as well, doing a great and kind of a chilling role. Interesting artwork that they chose for this one right here. And Helen Mirren is just absolutely gorgeous in this film. I have the original like Bob Hoskins set that they put out with No Eye. Sorry, with No Eye with Long Good Friday, and with the other title Mona Lisa. So it's nice to see this. Hopefully Mona Lisa will be getting a 4K like restoration as well. And in an odd choice, The Man from U.N.C.L.E. So not that this is a bad film. And like when I spoke with Roy in the interview, newer movies like this will often fund the Nico Mastorakis sets of the world, right? But it's not my favorite Guy Ritchie film. But I did go in like being a massive fan of the TV series. I have the Suitcase, the Man from U.N.C.L.E. Suitcase, and it's one I kind of want. I kind of want to give it another look. Obviously, one of the actors. Yeah, me too, man. Like, me too. One of the actors is kind of persona non grata when it comes to things. Like, one of the actors is fantastically well known. Henry Cavill, right? And we got Alicia Vikander, who played an amazing version of Tomb Raider. And then Armie Hammer. Oh, yeah. That's who, of all the things I would have never called happening in cinema, the Armie Hammer story is definitely one of the ones I can tell you I would not have called. So there's that. I'm not going to mention it, but you can Google it. But you may be disturbed afterwards. We got a 4K limited edition of The Last Starfighter here. I remember watching this one in theater. I Lance Guest, of course, from Halloween 2. For a lot of you guys are going to remember from that. Yeah, such a wonderful film. And, not only him by Halloween 2, the director of this is Nick Castle, who played Michael Myers in the first Halloween film. It's really, I haven't bought this yet, so I was going to buy the Blu-ray release, but looks like we're getting on a 4K for Last Starfighter, and it's kind of about time. It's one of those those gamer geek dreams. Okay, you're really good at this game, and Alien is going to come down and take you up to so you can play this game for real, and you're going to be a hero and all this stuff. So there's that. As well as Last Starfighter is a lot of fun. And the one I haven't talked about yet, which we'll look at right here, is the new limited edition release there for Crimson Peak. Absolutely adore this here. It's a great movie, so underrated. It's one of those films where people watch it and say, "I can't believe this movie's about what it's about." And I'm like, "What did you think it was about? Did you not? I can't believe this is a gothic romance." And I'm like, "Did you see the trailer? Did you see anything about this movie?" It does seem like that. Luckily, I have not bought any of those other releases, so this is a strong thought for me. I do like this one, and it's got a beautiful, beautiful like look to it. So it'll definitely like benefit from a 4K release because it's just overall like it's a wonderful film. And yeah, we're getting a 4K Mad Men. So that's the thing that's happening. That's coming in June. First time already in the US, but it's first time on 4K in the UK. There we go. George hitting us with the knowledge, man. I have the Blu-ray edition. I don't know if I have to upgrade Madman. I'll be honest with you. I didn't upgrade it when like Vinegar Syndrome put it out. I don't even know if I need to upgrade it now. It's a good movie, like at least on the Blu-ray. But if you don't own the Blu-ray, you've got a 4K player and you got the bones, you want to grab it, 100%. But yeah, it's not something that really need to I guess go into too much, right? Yeah, much cheaper than the Vinegar Syndrome for it. That's the thing to think about. I mean, like when you're making these choices right now, um, things kind of come into play. And I had like some people mention, like, say, well, things have gotten cheaper. Things, not releases, but people have gotten cheaper when it comes to buying things. But the reality of the situation is, and I'm gonna be blunt. Like, I don't get as much when it comes to like good donations and stuff on here right now. But you know why? A good reason why right now? Because money's tight for people, man. So I just appreciate when people come in and watch my videos and like them. Um, it's a tight time out there. So whenever you can like save that money on a release and get like a cheaper like but still a good like 4K release of a film, hell's to the yeah. If Malcolm was here, we'd probably talk about these two. Um, I thought he would have popped in, but he hasn't. So I'm guessing he's probably packing. I thought about asking him, but I'm actually Malcolm's getting ready to move, and I've been trying not to bother him. He's getting ready for the moving situation because I know it's stressful. I just recently moved, but yeah, no, going on 2 years ago to here, and I know how stressful moving can be, and how it can kind of just like be overwhelming. So it's yeah. In case anybody wants to know why, that's why. What do you think about Michael Haneke films from Austria? I like Michael Haneke a lot. I need there's a set that came out, and I was in Paris, but I wasn't sure if the set was in English, right? So I didn't. I wanted to get it. For those who don't know, Michael Haneke made a lot of films, but probably most famous is Funny Games, which did a remake of in the in North America with an actor that has no problems at all, right? Kevin Spacey. So, talk about problematic actors. But so and he did the remake. So if you don't recognize the name Funny Games, you probably recognize from Funny Games. But he's done a ton of stuff when it comes to when it comes to release. I love Haneke's work. It can be kind of nihilistic uh, and kind of art introspective. You know what I mean? But personally, I really enjoy it. But Love Hotel and Luminous Woman, I don't know. Uh, Film trilogy, 1989 to 1994. Your favorite Austrian indie film? Really? It's good to see younger people that like um, some of the more independent film releases out there. That always excites me. come back to this, but let's dive into Imprint because we got some good releases. Some really dark stuff, guys, to talk about. Speaking of dark, I'm actually probably going to turn the light so we have the light on here and so I can see because it's getting darker. Ah. Start with the big one. We're in a depressed mood this month. I had a good mood. So we have a Harvey Keitel set from 1992 to 1999. And yeah, we're gonna get some dark stuff here, guys. But you're gonna get some really, really good stuff. So we got 6. When you say classic Harvey Keitel films, they mean it. I find some of the Film Focus releases have like some will have better bangers than other when it comes to like the actual amount that's in the set. So there's the look the set right here. Lars von Trier. I almost picked up a Lars von Trier set, not the Curzon set, but there's actually one that came out right in Paris that is even bigger than the Curzon set. Like how the Imprint Actors sets do put out some of the forgotten films, they really do. First off, we got Bad Lieutenant, follow up with The Young Americans, and I'll go over the features in a minute. By the way, guys, Dangerous Game, which is kind of is this the one that this is the one, right? Isn't this the one that like Vinegar Syndrome's playing out too? Correct me if I'm wrong. I might be wrong, but I kind of thought Vinegar Syndrome was playing this out as well. Dangerous Game is one that when it was announced, because I know I talked about it before, and I was like, "Is which one is that? Which one is that again?" It is such a talk about a dark, slightly depressing film. Imaginary Crimes is here. I really love this movie. I have this from Mill Creek. Gotta Be Revenge is a good film. And it kind of parts of Imaginary Crimes kind of broke my heart. Oh, there we have Malcolm here, who I was going to ask to come in, but I thought he'd be packing. But you're definitely welcome, by the way. You didn't like him? See, I did. I mean, first time I saw Imaginary Crimes, I was kind of yeah, right. And I had to again because I had to review it. Malcolm is definitely can come into the stream. I'm trying to be a nice guy, where he's been getting ready to move recently. That is why. I don't want to be the burden. But on the chance that he does, I'll put the link to it there for him. He can decide. Don't like clockers either? See, I like clockers. Okay, I was gonna say. There we go. Yeah, Imaginary Crimes it hit me hard. And then we get a Jane Campion film. And it's Holy Smoke with Kate Winslet. Doesn't Kate Winslet look, isn't it? This is most beautiful Kate Winslet. Not that she's ever not beautiful, but like truly, look at the picture right there. Is she not gorgeous? She not stunning? So let's go over these, see what we have feature wise in here. See if Malcolm joins us. She was truly at her best. So we got a 1080p high def restoration on this one here, auto commentary, by director Abel Frere and the director of photography. We have It Happens Here, Abel Frere and the Making Bad Lieutenant documentary. We got the brand new interview with Abel Frere, new interview with actor Paul Hipp, got a new interview with composer Joe Delia, a new interview with editor Anthony Redman, a brand new interview with producer Diana Phillips. It's in its original 1878 by 1 aspect ratio with an LPCM 2.0 stereo and English subtitles. I wish there was more than English subtitles. Hasn't Holy Smoke been out of print for a while? It's one that I remember watching on VHS, but never getting on DVD. Did it have a DVD? Imprint is good for their special features. So Young Americans here, we have a brand new commentary by film critic Bilge Iberi. New interview with director Danny Cannon. We got a new interview with Craig Kelly. We got an interview with editor Lawrence Dorman. An interview with the producer as well. Again, it's going to be in its original aspect ratio of 2:35 and optional English subtitles. I wish that they did subtitles with for more than the English productions of these here releases. All right, Vinegar Syndrome is putting it out, but it's coming out from Imprint as well. And Judge Dredd was I like Judge Dredd. I really do. I like Dredd better. Stay down here, baby. My kitty cat. It is Miss Pixie Oreo. But are the extras out there already? I'll check. Yeah, this is a different film, man. This is not one of Madonna's favorite films that she did. Madonna made some films that definitely unique. Very Madonna-esque films. But this is a different film. Even for a Belle Ferrer, it's a different film. My cat is like running over my other computer right there. She has this thing where she likes to get on a computer and like sit down on it, which makes me nervous. It's a weird film. I mean, I'm never gonna. No, it's objectively not good. Like, especially as far as Ferrer, if you know Ferrer's output, and you look at this release, it's not a great film. I think it's fascinating, and it's one of these things you can't stop watching. You've got to come down here because I know what you're going to do. As per request. Hello. All right. Before we go any further. So we have a chat. I looked in the chat, and Malcolm said he didn't let me know that he was going live. I didn't, because you've been doing all the packing stuff lately. I'm trying to be a nice guy.
Oh, and apparently I know that's really hard for Alan, by the way.
It is.
Be a very nice guy.
Yeah, I mean, but no, I really know that I appreciate all the stuff that you do, and I don't want to put any pressure, stress you out in any way. To be
no, don't worry about it. I mean, I've got tons of stress as it is. So the only time I'll probably, if I really take May, I think the only time I'm probably gonna really need a break, realistically, is probably around probably the 15th to like probably the 18th because the moving, on those days. Ouch.
Yeah, that hurt, man.
No, probably on those days. But I mean, we're doing the Vinegar Syndrome one tomorrow, right?
Oh my God, is that tomorrow?
Oh, what's that?
Is it tomorrow? Oh my God, I forgot. Yeah, yes. Yeah, we are. I got to set that up. Did Malcolm freeze or did I freeze? It is cold here. It's not like super warm here. Like it's not like cold, but inside it's like it's a little bit. This morning was chillier. I get up around like 5, usually 4:35 a.m. every morning. All right, feature wise on this one here. I gotta get Malcolm back in because I gotta ask him. And come on. You froze up on me.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Do you like Dangerous Game?
I do like Dangerous Game. I've only seen it once, many years ago, and I really, really enjoyed it. And I'm really excited that Vinegar Syndrome are releasing it, but it means that I can't buy that Harvey Keitel film focus set now unless I want 4 of the 6 titles in it.
What's the other ones that they're releasing?
The Bad Lieutenant one, isn't it? It's coming out for Kino on 4K.
Oh, yeah. I mean, there's some bangers there, though. Like, I think I'm the only person that likes Imaginary Crimes, but I really liked it. It made me. It got to me. This one here, I will say, I'll be honest. Objectively, as a film, hey there, Maddie. It doesn't really totally work. But as a failed film experiment, it's kind of really a fascinating to watch.
Totally agree. I want to answer Keggy's question a minute. He says, "Hey, Malcolm, be cold. The sun is out in the UK." It's true, the sun is out. But what I will tell you is this: yesterday, okay, so last 2 days, quickly, not to cut into the thing, but I got up super early because I had to clean up the whole house of all my movies because we had workmen come in to do things. So I spent most of that day lifting crates up and down the stairs. The next day I woke up at 6 a.m. and was out all day till like 6 p.m. Then I had to do commitments I had. And then basically I didn't sleep till late in the evening. And then today I got up and I just felt like my legs were in serious pain from walking like 24,000 steps yesterday.
That'll do it.
So, yeah, I did. I overdid it. And I'm just like, oh. So I basically had my feet on the stall and I was just kind of chilling, you know. Where are you going if you feel confident? I'm moving across the world to a place called Fleet, which is 9 miles away.
The Shire.
I'm moving there. It's a nice area. It's a nice area. There's a lot of walking in it. I'll take pictures and I'll plan on sharing them. So I'm sure, Matty, you'll see them because I'm sure you're on my Facebook, so you'll probably see them. Because there's a beautiful river there and there's a lot of walking and there's a shopping centre, but it's more like if you just want to walk up and get some stuff than it is going full on shopping. But I kind of like that idea because it'll stop me from buying stuff.
Which is, you know.
But yeah, I'm cold because I'm knackered from all the stuff I've done recently. So
it's been like you got that moving thing on. So there's a bunch of features on this one here, so that's good because you're going to want it for this film. Imaginary Crime is such. I like this one. This is probably one of my favorites in this set. First time I saw it, I hated it. First time I saw Imaginary Crime, I fucking hated it. But then I had to review it, and I spent a weekend.
And you liked it?
Yeah, because there's films about like grifters and con artists and stuff like that kind of hold a special charm for me.
Yeah.
And there's things in this one that hit a bit like closer to home than I would want it to be. But I thought it was just a brilliantly done film. And the kids are so good.
I think that's the thing with a lot of films. Sometimes people go, "Oh, I really hate that film." But I think sometimes you have to watch a film multiple times in different mood sets to really know if you like it or not.
100%. I mean, like, we got Clockers here, which is one of my, again, one of the better latter Spike Lee films, in my opinion.
Yeah. Really good film. I'm surprised, though, that they didn't put Youth in it. You know, the one with him and Michael Caine?
Yeah, no, that could have been actually a decent release.
But they play like
you would have wanted it over Dangerous Game. Then you would have liked to buy it now.
Holy Smoke. This confused me because they're releasing Holy Smoke, but they're also releasing Smoke.
I mean, it's been a while since I've seen this one.
I don't think I have.
I have, but I don't remember this very well, actually. Did you see Kate Winslet on the cover, by the way? Holy crap!
Yeah, I'd give her one.
Alexander Heller-Nicholas doing the commentary, so you know it's gonna be great.
Yeah.
Elizabeth Purcell doing a visual essay, so it's brand new to this one. And we're just at the first one here. This is an amazing set. Let's take a minute there too. Like,
I think what I'm going to end up doing is buying this set. Hopefully, if it goes on sale, just for the 4 movies, and getting the other 2, the Kino. I love Bad Lieutenant. My favorite scene in that is the bit where he's outside the car touching himself. That's always been my favorite scene.
I have to say, there's been a lot of great banger sets that have come out for the in the Film Focus imprint series.
Oh yeah, I've got them all, haven't I? Except for the Kim Novak one and this one. I think they're beautiful sets.
This is the one that tempts me the most.
For this picture alone.
Oh yeah, hell yeah, right on. And yeah, let's look at Smoke.
That's where I was found on them.
Smoke, blue in the face, being put out.
You're actually right. I do need to own both. You've Cinematheque, you've got it. You've just convinced me if I need to own all of them.
You're a bad influence, Cinematheque.
Oh dear.
Smoke and blue in the face. I haven't seen either one of these, by the way. I'm not gonna lie to you guys.
Me neither. I didn't even know they existed. I think Harvey Cartel, for me, is probably one of the most underwatched movies, but not more, obviously, Mean Street, stuff like that, Taxi Driver and all that. I've seen all that. But there's some that obviously went through the cracks.
I think he's an underrated actor overall. He's like, and the guy that's in one of these films, Giancarlo Esposito, is another one of those guys that is starting to get his flowers now. But I think for the longest time was just like doing such amazing work and nobody noticed it.
Yeah. I think it happens to so many of them, I mean, in my view, when you watch Harvey Cartel, like Main Street now, because obviously he's a lot younger there, with Robert De Niro, you're like, this guy's going to be big. And then when you see how Robert De Niro kind of became bigger than him, it's actually a surprise. If you think about Main Streets. Not later on it isn't, but,
Main Street's one of my favorite movies, by the way, just for those that don't know it. I need that like big release. Oh, by the way, to make you feel even happier, Jim Jarmusch is a really, really nice guy. He was here in Marrakesh actually for the film festival, and he's a sweetheart of a guy, and he will spend his entire time talking about music and films that's not his, to shine the spotlight on other people. He's that type of guy, and anytime Jim Jarmusch comes, I'm here for it. He's so good. He's just so good. Got to wait for Malcolm to come back in. I think he froze up again there, so we're going to go to the. We'll look at the. So it's we get new interviews on here. There we go. I got to get Malcolm back in. There we go again. I got to get it.
I don't know why I keep getting. I don't know why I keep losing the connection. A Dark Side comes out and boom, I'm gone. So Kenny says he's seen this and he says they're fantastic films. So that means they're
nice.
I do with too many Tarbos, but do you have a weird collecting story? It's like my ex-father-in-law was found dead on my birthday and clearing out his flat is the reason why I have the clockers do. I can tell you one. I can tell you a weird story if you want. Many years ago, my granddad was a peaceful, kind, caring man, right? And he was a family man. You'd never guess this. Anyway, when he passed away, he was found on the toilet with his thing hanging out, with his hand around it, right? The way that I hope to go one day. Anyway, the reason that happened was because he apparently was with his wife, as my grandma. She was a devout Christian, so she was very, I'm not going to do this, do that, which isn't a bad thing. So when we were going through his stuff, as a kid, that was how Elvis died. He said he had a hamburger in his mouth instead. And so he had another bit of meat in his hand. But anyway. So anyway, when he died, they were going through my granddad's stuff and they went into the garage. Right? And right at the back of the garage, there was, I kid you not, over 680 VHSs of the most weirdest, most creepiest porn you could imagine.
Yikes. Wait, how did this
and my dad well, because I had some of it, didn't I? My dad, literally jumped all over him, was like, I'm having that in front of everybody in the family, every single person. Right? But okay, I'll tell you a different one, which is more PG. When my grandma died, I got her 12 VHS set of the Mission Impossible TV series, right? And that was what got me into that series.
Oh, really?
Mm.
Do you know Men of Respect?
I've not seen it.
Great cast. So basically,
one thing I will say, sorry, when I was going to say about this movie and Imprint, it's one of the things I love about Imprint is they tell you if it's a worldwide exclusive first time. I like that because it means you're less likely to accidentally buy multiple movies from different companies at the same time.
Unless you got a subscription to Vinegar Syndrome and you end up with
yes, like most dangerous. Is that 4K? I can't remember. It isn't, is it?
No, it's Blu-ray. It's 1990. Yeah, I don't know if this needs like the 4K uptick. I think the Blu-ray uptick. I don't know if this ever has been on anything since VHS. Did this get a DVD, guys?
Must have.
And of course, it's based on the Scottish play.
Do it, Cinematech. Yeah.
So,
best thing I've ever done.
Turturro, Peter Boyle, Dennis Farina, Stanley Tucci, Rod Steiger. Holy crap!
Great cast.
Great cast. I don't see any
It's got a lot of extras as well.
Look at it. Look at that, man. Subtitles.
It's got Cinematech's favorite aspect ratio.
All right, let's get into
DVDs up. Normally they are actually. Normally those DVDs are up as they're releasing on Blu-ray. I've noticed.
Anytime I hear somebody
classic
ragging on the last two, like the Schumacher Batman films, they're like, "Oh man, why do you get Schumacher? Schumacher can't make anything dark." So, welcome to 8mm by Joel Schumacher. It's like the movie Hardcore, but super darker.
Actually, that's a good comparison, really. It is basically Hardcore, except with a lot more dark elements to it without the friendliness of how the father is.
It does. I mean, and it hits hard. I mean, 8mm hits super hard. Hardcore, still does have that gut punch, but it's society's different.
It's more. I think the thing with Hardcore is it's more believable as a terrified father. It's 8mm. It's more believable in the sense of the true dark nature.
I mean, I love Hardcore. I'm a massive fan of that film, but I'll say that nowadays, my daughter did adult cinema doesn't pack the same punch I did back then.
No, like
In
if
an
I had a daughter
OnlyFans
right
world,
now,
it doesn't.
like if I had a daughter right now and they said, "Oh, she did hardcore pornography," I'd be like, "How can I find this material and see if I think it's appropriate?"
Well, I wouldn't be saying. I'd be saying, "Are you? Is she happy? Is that what she wanted to do? Is that
Yeah, she's happy at
right?"
the end.
Then
At the end of every movie, she's extremely happy.
unlike the people in 8mm, because this goes dark
Yeah, they're
and
not
goes
happy.
hard.
They're depressed.
Wonderful, wonderful film. Schumacher, Nicolas Cage is incredible in this one here.
Yeah, he really shines in this.
He truly does. Like Face Off, this is one of those films that Nicolas Cage just really was meant to do.
Yeah.
I'm actually surprised, sort of. They didn't include the sequel. So
I got
8mm, it is awful, but it is wonderfully awful. See, 8mm is this hard, like intense, brutal film about, well, the world, like, snuff. 8mm 2 literally pretty much becomes a softcore erotic thriller.
Yeah, awful.
I'm willing to bet
Thing is,
that movie wasn't called 8mm 2 originally. That was something that was already made, and they put the name on it.
It was probably originally called 9 Inches.
Same actor that was in, I'm pretty sure it was in The Roadhouse 2 and was in Prom Night sequel, right? Jonathan Shea, the guy who recently played Jonah Hex on Legends of Tomorrow. I think that's right. But yeah, it's worth watching. But it's don't expect.
My view of it is that those movies should be put as extras because I can't imagine them ever coming out themselves.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's why one of the other ones that I looked at earlier, which one was it? Single White Female, which is coming up.
The second one's never going to come out on Blu-ray.
See, the second one should have been. It should have been. That could have been a bonus blue with it.
So you already looked at the indicators then?
I have. We can look at them afterwards because I just want to kind of cursory over them because I kind of want your opinion on these too. And lastly, Demi Moore and Alec Baldwin in The Juror. I haven't seen this since I initially saw this in theater, and when I saw this, I was not a big fan of this movie.
No,
I expected more.
It's nothing special.
But again, amazing features. It's got a really good cast, and I may have to go back and watch it again.
I think, to be honest with you, all these should be. I think if you've not watched it in a long time, you should always go back and watch it again. If you get the feeling to, obviously not if you have no interest whatsoever. That make no sense.
Oh my God.
He did, KG. He did multiple times.
8mm 2 was the same guy who made The Slayer.
That says it all because The Slayer's quite sexy in the end.
That kind of makes me like 8mm 2 a little bit more. When the extras aren't listed, it just means they are to be confirmed.
I don't know. With some, normally they say to be confirmed later on. Normally, on the thing, but when they're not, normally it means they ain't got any.
It doesn't say to be confirmed. Hopefully, maybe they just forgot to put it in there.
I think every movie with Demi Moore in should have the sexy scenes with her in from striptease as just an extra in every single one.
That's like if you watch Space Ice, then you got to have every movie's got to have like a bar in Thailand with Jean-Claude Van Damme doing his amazing dancing.
Exactly. Yes, that's what it is. I don't have release it without anything now. You'd be surprised how many do. It's crazy.
And at that price, though, you want something. I mean, like $34.95. I know it's like Australian, which is like cheaper, or for me in Canada, cheap for you in UK. But striptease is a masterwork. It's kind of like I like striptease. I actually really do. I unlike apologetically like striptease, and it's not kind of in the same way that I like showgirls. And there was a reviewer
Yeah, it makes
that said
sense.
this in the best way possible. He said, "This is one of the best unintentional comedies you'll ever see," which is true. And you know what? That's not a bad thing because if your film can work, right? Depending on no matter what level it works, if your film works, that's the key thing. But I do want to ask you about this because I want your thoughts on. Oh God, this cover freaks me out, man. Bruiser. Have you seen Bruiser?
I'm quite excited. Yeah, many years ago, I didn't think it was the greatest George A. Romero at the time, but I'm actually looking forward to watching it. As I've got older, I've really appreciated directors more, like George A. Romero, because I noticed I've missed so many of his films because I didn't even know they were coming out, you know. So I'm very excited for this. Very excited.
The hardest George A. Romero film to get, get a
Yeah.
copy of is Bruiser.
And in 4K as well. It's even more incredible.
Yeah, it is. And it is a brutal film. It's very different for Romero. It's different from everything that he's ever done before. And it is uniquely, what's the word I want to put that? Violently. I mean, it's not going to hit for everybody, but I think it works for me. And I think I really need to rewatch it to kind of just.
Yeah, I think most people do, to be honest. It's kind of a forgotten film in some aspects to a lot of people. Because when people think of George Romero, they think of the zombies, don't they?
Yeah, that's the sad part. Kind of like a poor man's American Psycho. Well, considering they both came out at the same time, I don't think one was really inspired by the other.
I'm quite gutted, actually, because I had a chance to meet Romero at Comic-Con. And he passed away just after he went, and I wasn't here at the time, so that was kind of gutting.
That was our most wanted meet, was Romero. Him has always been fascinated when he would talk on documentaries and stuff like that. She was fascinated. She thought he was just such a cool little dude. And we after he passed away,
what did you say? What did you call him?
Just a cool little dude. Like he seems like a grandfather.
Like a cool dude. Not a cool dude, a cool little dude.
Yeah, the Misfits are in this one. Yeah, this is the one. Jason Fleming. I like Jason Fleming. I mean, some people did have problems with the lead.
He is. I think he's one of the legends that a lot of people never put up there. Normally, you can tell people, especially real horror people, by who they put on their list. If Romero's not on it, normally that means they don't know the horror as well, or that they just don't like zombie stuff most of the time,
or if they just mention his zombie stuff. Like
Romero is tall. He's 6'4". Did you know that?
He doesn't seem it. Like, honest, does he seem 6'4" to you?
No, not when you see him in pictures.
Oh my God, no. Like, there's some big actors around Romero if he's 6'4".
Well, you know Aaron. Aaron's 7'8", right? You know Aaron's 7'8".
Yeah, it's like that's the thing, right? You can't see it because I'm hunched down a lot.
Oh, I'll do that, Matty. When I get it, I'll do it, and I'll let you know my thoughts on it.
Like Season of the Witch. I love that early Romero set. I got that from my dad actually too.
I missed that. I wish I had that set.
You didn't pick.
Because it had vanilla in it as well, didn't it?
It did. Which is a beautiful title. I know that you said you were going to pick up. We talked about this.
Okay, we're going to talk about this. The one disappointing thing about this isn't there isn't more sex in it. I love the BJ scene. That scene to me, when I was a kid, guys, that was whack-off material.
I was mentioning, and I think it's kind of comical because I watched the movie this week, not this one, and after I'd watched it, then Horror Hippie, I think it was a Horror Hippie, talked about the movie, and I thought it was a weird correlation.
You watched
I was watching, not this one here. I watched The Roommate this week.
Oh, that's classic, that Roommate. When she pulls her belly button out in the shower. I love that. That's terrible.
Yeah, it's like,
and it's got that Gidget guy in it. Cameron Gidget, is it? The guy, yeah. Awful, but it's great.
It's like the Gossip Girl one. But yeah, it's literally like it's a ripoff of this film. Is what it is.
Yeah, this is day one.
Oh, this is a great one.
Yeah, how many
two channels. Horror Hippie's actually
Yeah,
really good. When I was talking earlier about like seeing like younger people that watch this stuff, she makes movies too. She makes short films.
quite incredible.
When I spoke with Jose, well, not on camera here, but off camera, we actually because she had been at his at the premiere of his latest film, and
Monster Smash.
I was very jealous because I'm actually a massive fan of her and her dad on the channel. I love the fact there's family and the
Yeah.
do stuff like that. That it
She
hits my
like
heart.
she like that pulp girl then who has her dad on her channel.
Yeah, I mean, like I love it when they have like the when you have like the parents kind of connect with kids type thing. It's always fun.
Talking of Bridget Fonda, she was gorgeous in the 1990s. I was shocked to see her in 2024 though. She looks like a completely different person. Well, I've got to be honest, when people are not in the movie industry anymore, sometimes they do let themselves go, and it ain't because they're bad or anything. It's just because sometimes hormones have kicked in or whatnot. You just
Yeah,
never
people get
know.
older. People decide to leave the industry and said, "Hey, I don't care about like what
Yeah.
I'm looking like
Maybe
now."
she don't want to be noticed. Maybe she thought, oh, if I put on weight and that, then I don't care because people won't notice me. You can see
Oh,
it
she
in her
looks
face.
extremely different. But I'd say if she'd wanted to stay in the industry, she probably would still, be looking like the Bridget Fonda.
Jane Fonda looks different, and that's because she's got that Joker smile.
Who? I
Jane
love me some
Fonda.
I love Jane Fonda.
So, do you know the story behind this? Do you know why they say? I can tell you why this isn't being released in the UK.
No, I don't know one.
This is not being released in the UK because when they put this to the BBFC, they said it would need to be cut heavily. And because they didn't believe in cutting movies, they only decided to release it in the US in the full intended version. That's why it's not been released everywhere. Oh, it's right there.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, no, so yeah, I get that. I loved it. I love Ricardo Montalban. So
I love the
I'm very
artwork.
I mean, it's different. Their face looks very like samey,
It's
you know what I mean?
very like what do you call it? Look, so he's laying there. He's got a look on his face of serious concentration while playing with a snake. I mean, come on, you know what they're going for. They asked to cut because of apparently mild violence and sexual scenes, but at the same time, somebody else said on Facebook, "Why? Well, how is this going to be worse than a Jean Rollins movie?"
Yeah, like they can release like uncut things like Irreversible.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
You can't release this. Are you serious?
And this movie's from 1954. So what the hell is the problem? I mean, they weren't going to be as violent back then either.
Yeah, we're not talking. It's not hardcore cinema. It's like it's freaking Ricardo Montalban film.
Mental. It might have. It might be a racial tones thing, as well.
Probably something with animals. BFC are
Actually, that might be it. That might actually be it. That might be it as well. With the end of the mild violence, that could be it. Maybe chops Snake's head off or something, because I know the BBFC have a problem with that. But saying that, they also release movies from Category 3 where they have live chickens' heads cut off, so are they?
Or Friday the 13th.
Yeah, Friday the 13th. I think it's because they're movies. I think it's because they're movies that they know will sell big, so they kind of let it slide a little bit.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, like, they're like, oh, we don't untouched. Nobody's going to buy that anyway. So, and I think sometimes I wonder if there's a bit of, I don't want to say this, I don't want too strongly, like, oh, it's the Mexican film, it's a Spanish film type of thing.
Yeah.
The little bit, you get the wrong guy in there, and you know what I mean? Touching on it too much, you know what I mean? I talked about Nico Mastorakis one. I wanted your thoughts on this. But first, I want your thoughts on this. Do you know these films?
Oh, yeah, I do know these films. I don't know about them in great depth because I've only just found most of them. But the director's company was they were a studio in Japan basically that made all these movies. Gods from the Underground was one, Typhoon Club was another, and Door 1 and 2 were released from them as well. For television recently released. And a lot of them had a darker tone to them. So there was like violence or maybe heavy sex scenes and stuff. And they were really, really decent movies. But sadly, the company didn't make that many movies before they went under. Now, apparently, Third Window Films has bought the rights to every single one of them.
Nice.
Right? So, which is exciting, but it isn't exciting at the same time. I'll tell you why. Error 444 recently announced they're releasing one of these movies in the 3-pack on May the 5th or May the 3rd. So it means I either have to buy another copy to keep it unique, or I have to skip that, and that's not going to happen. So, but I highly recommend these movies as Japanese films because they're kind of weird in the sense that they feel lower budget than your ages film, but they've also got that beautiful, beautiful kind of atmospheric feeling to them because of their times.
I love the artwork on these. Third Window Films.
I like the colours.
I'm just discovering
different colours on the artwork. So they're worth having. But they have the same booklet in them. They don't have different booklets.
And as you can see right there, Jason Momoa is in that.
Yeah, that's Jason Momoa.
Right there. It kind of looks like him, though, doesn't it? For Jason Momoa.
Love Hotels coming out. And that is one that I've wanted to see for a very long time.
Oh, that's
Kijimoto. Yeah. Yeah, the wrestler.
That's the wrestler.
The Great Muta himself.
Damn. Yeah. Okay, that's kind of cool. I kind of want
to. I can tell you a bit. If you want to know, the BBF say the reason they're stricter is because they hire the most ponciest people from like upper tier London to sit there and go, oh no, this is trash, isn't it? Oh dear. Let's give this 18. You know, get me in there. I'll be like, okay, Friday the 13th, that's a PG. Halloween, that's a U. Yeah, you know, that's the way it should be. Well, I mean, Chucky, Child's Play should be a 12.
Well, Texas Chainsaw Massacre is something that, in all honesty, could be a PG-13 rating because there's not a ton of like violence or blood in the film. So
exactly, the most creepiest part in that movie in the first half is where they pick up the hitchhiker. That's the creepiest moment in that beginning bit, and I wouldn't even call that bad.
That is creepy. No, the movie's creepy, like overall, but like bloody wise or anything like that. You know, it's not. People like, oh my god, it was such a gore fest. Like, yeah, man, rewatch that film again. You're gonna realize it's not.
I hate Germany when it comes to their censorship. I bought films from them, and I've gone, why did people say this was like this? And then I look out and I go, oh, they cut 40 minutes of the film out.
Yeah, we luck out with some media books because they just like, I guess the media book companies don't care because you get this thing like, oh, okay, well, yeah, they.
I think half of them are not actually gone through. I think because the films already gone through, they kind of sneak some of them in there uncut.
Some of the stuff that they put, like the ones I recently bought with the extra films on there and stuff like that too. I'm like, did they like sneak those in? Because
I think it's got to be because it's weird. Some of the titles.
Nika Masarakas.
This is the last I need of his collection of movies. I've got all the other ones. I'm actually really excited for this. Ninja Academy has been on my to-watch list for like 20 years.
I'm excited about all this. I'm like, terminal exposure. They showed like sequences of it in that like documentary on the early works of Nika Masarakas. So I've always kind of wanted to see it. But this is, I think this is all I have left to get from Nika Masarakas.
I'm hoping that the cover, when they change it, which they will do, I'm hoping it's a lot like the Bill Rebane and He Came From a Swamp kind of section, with the artwork all over.
You know what here, I'll be honest. I know this is like placeholder. I'd be okay with this. I'll be so
It's quite nice, isn't it? It's quite nice. Hey, Keggy, you like Blind Date, do you? Surprise, surprise, when it hits you between the eyes. I love that show when I was a kid with Cilla Black.
It is one of like I'm a massive soap opera fan, which nobody knows because I never mention it. The star of Blind Date is a famous soap opera actor, and of course the Star Trek Blind Date.
Iron Death's his best one.
See, I like Blind Date. I think that's, but I think Zero Boys is his best film. Like if I
Yeah,
was
I
to
ain't seen
pick,
that one
like
yet. I haven't seen that.
I love. You haven't seen Zero Boys?
Not yet.
You got to see it. It's really, really good. I think Zero Boys is probably
It,
my favorite, and like The Wind is definitely up there. I think The Wind
yeah.
is a super underrated film.
It is very underrated. It's very good. What I was going to say about Island of Death is I just love the bit where the guy's thrown out on the rocks at the end. I just
The
love
ending,
that. Like, it's so cold.
the ending to Blind Date. Oh yes, and Blind Date's pretty cool. Yeah, the ending to On the Death. The whole film is batshit, but it almost seemed like Nika Mastrox's like tribute to Russ Meyer when I'm watching Blind
Yeah,
Date.
definitely.
When I'm watching On the Death. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because especially if you look at like Beyond the Valley of the Dolls, stuff like that, there's such a
Yeah.
feel.
Kirstie was beautiful back then.
And don't forget Marina Sirtis is also in she's the lady of the evening in Blind. And
don't forget, if you buy the slipcover version of 88 Films version, you get naked art cards in them.
Do you really?
Yeah. There's
Damn,
4 of them in it.
I need that. But yeah, I'm excited that Nika Masaraka said that this is something I didn't. Someone is crawling up my leg.
Oh. One of the films I'm really excited coming out for Arrow is Mute Witness. To me, that's an exciting release.
It is an amazing film. I used to have the screener for this one, actually.
It's a great one. I've only ever seen it once, and it was when I was a kid, and I was absolutely enamored with it. And I've been waiting it on disc for years, and now that it's coming directly to 4K, I'm really excited.
Yeah, I've got an old DVD of this one. I cannot wait to upgrade this. Oh yeah, he worked with Hauser a lot. He worked with Brian Thompson a bit too. Like, Brian Thompson dated his daughter, actually. Dated Nika Mastrox's daughter.
I think what people need to remember about the BBFC is it came along before we were able to import, and things like that, they just stay in old-fashioned tradition. They really do. It's like the royal family is starting to change up their the rules and everything now. It's a bit like that. Nowadays where we can import anything anywhere from any country, it's true we can watch things uncut, like a Serbian film, for instance. You can watch that uncut from a different country. But at the same time, what would
yeah, what's that? Somebody recently on Twitter, on like an actor, had just watched Martyrs for the first time, and he said, "Hey, I just watched Martyrs. What are some other really cool movies I can watch?" So I recommended Inside, and I'm like, "Inside's a great one." And I saw that people were recommending a Serbian film, so I went back and said, "Oh, Inside's a great film. Don't watch a Serbian film. You regret, and you'll never get that time back in your life."
Yes, definitely. I actually watched that and Human Centipede back to back one day.
Oh, that's a depressing double feature.
Yeah, and I remember watching Human Centipede going, this is overrated, except for the creepy bit at the end. But Serbian film, I just sat there most of the time just shaking my head like, how's this even a movie?
David
it's filmed a lot most of the stuff, Massacre Video, and I know films released, so.
Oh, thank you, George. He's going to watch his ratings films. That's what George is going to do.
yeah, he's going to go be the boss. Hello, Alan.
Hey there, Alan. Welcome, man. What do we got here? Oh, I wanted to go through the Shout release. I'm very excited about this.
Oh, that looks beautiful.
So there's one here. I want to go directly to it. Let's go to the big one.
Oh, wow.
UHF. I love this movie. So for those that don't know, I grew up born in the 70s, grew up in the 80s. Weird Al Yankovic was like one of those gods to me. This was such a cool little film.
Yeah.
And I love like the Wheel of Fish, like what's it, Gandhi too, right? With kind of a Rambo Gandhi.
Yeah.
And look at all these, like there's an Odorama type thing here. We got like the pin set looks amazing, the Spatula City thing. We got a remote. This is most of the time I'm thinking, these things aren't worth it. I really like this.
Yeah. It's not a bad price either. Is that just Blu-ray or 4K?
It's 4K, man.
Well, that's not bad.
It's first 4K release. It gets it got 2 slips. I did not actually. I'll talk with Eureka. I did not talk with Eureka. I did not do it.
Good job, Cinematheque.
But I'm excited about this.
This is exciting.
Again, such a cool film. They don't mention the Anthony Geary, but I'm pretty sure he's in this movie.
But you get a lot of stuff, didn't you?
You get a ton of stuff. Smell-o-vision. Like a fridge
You know
magnet.
what? I'd love examples if we could have that mainstream with our tellies. Like when a person lets out wind on it, you smell it from the TV. That'd be amazing.
I know you want that smell. Sure, that's the smell you want. Now they've tried to do smell-o-vision stuff before. We're getting like the.
Well, imagine if you had like burp vision and some burps on screen, and you just feel your whole head get pushed back.
We're getting a Wallace and Gromit complete cracking collection. So we got some Aardman stuff coming out, and we're getting Shaun the Sheep as well.
Who's TGG Direct? Wallace and Gromit, I recently got their complete Blu-ray set from over here, because you got to remember, because it's technically British, it's cheaper to get it here than it would be from Shout Factory.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's not it. It is British. 100%. It's good too. Like I love Wallace and Gromit. I like Shaun the Sheep too.
I remember that Ed when I was a kid. I used to call my cousin Sean the Sheep.
Again, we've got
The Boy in the Heaven. The latest one's 4K. Oh.
Yep.
Oh, Phantoms.
Yeah, you didn't see Phantom. Okay, we'll go right to that one because I'm actually surprised. This surprised me. So I'm not gonna lie, I kind of dug this movie back in the day. I know it gets a lot of hate.
Should have been a Vinegar Syndrome release.
But give it a few years. I watched this initially because, well, Joanna Going is in it. But Rose McGowan, Peter O'Toole,
Ben Affleck's best film. It's J-No, Sunset Caddy in the house.
Hey, welcome, man. Including Tommy Cooper at ITV, a massive 12-disc set. Oh, nice. One of network last releases. Oh, that makes me sad. But would you buy this one?
You see the picture? No, I don't know if Phil saw this, but there was a lovely picture of Gino with Tommy Cooper.
Yeah, I saw that on Facebook.
Yeah. Phantoms. Now, the thing with Phantoms is the last time I saw this was VHS.
Yeah.
And I actually think this is Ben Affleck's best movie.
I'm a Dean Koontz fan. I read all Dean Koontz novels. And I thought this was a good one.
Donna read all of them. Donna read all of them.
The writer.
It's great. It's brilliant writer.
I remember, I think he did, did he do Whisper in the Dark?
Yeah, he did.
Because the movie, I love the movie for that. It's so underrated.
He also wrote Debbie Does Dallas.
That's classic cinema right there. But I gotta say, I'm so
I'm excited for that. I just hope that they don't ship to England. You know, because I'd buy a whole load of their 4Ks. VS will release it under new. Oh, that's true. They would. JJ directed some movies to come for this was TV movies and movies.
Thank you. I'm not
doing widescreen. Well, okay. Well, I don't know. I don't know if I've got any of this or not.
I'm sure my haul's much shinier anymore. I haven't shared the last haul I shared was Paris.
Gino's been out doing me. Gina's been out doing me when it comes to buying me all these discs. I'm like, boy, how many discs she getting?
I think my dad said, so you buy a lot of stuff. I'm like, no, Dad, out of me and Malcolm and you, I buy the least. Which is true now. Because how often, my dad's like, oh, I found this movie on eBay. Or I got this movie coming from, unobstructed. And I'm like,
go on.
I'm just saying, like, I only get to buy like 2 or 3 times a year. So it seems like I buy a lot when I buy it, but actually, when you even it out, not that much.
I think the most I bought in one week is over 1,000 movies. I think that's the most I've done in 1 week, which isn't so I'm proud of. Not really, because it shows how much money you've wasted, really. If you're doing it 1 week, I mean.
I bought somebody's collection who was moving to Japan, and he worked at HMV. So when it ended up like a ton of films, I remember I did an old video on it, and back in that time, I only had certain length of time per, so I had to do like separate videos for it, and didn't get very many views at all, I was so disappointed, because I was like unboxing like these massive box sets, and like the out of print like Doctor Who Blu-ray set, and the a massive like Harry Potter, the great big one. Nobody knew I existed at that point. So
talking about that, yesterday I got some horror movies if people would like to see them.
Definitely.
Yeah, I got them yesterday when I was out, and a couple of them in the mail. So I'll show them quickly. It's only a few. So first one is Paranormal Experience. I got this in CEX.
Oh, that was like cheesy fun.
Yeah, it looks good on the back.
You can't like
exactly. I picked up a film called The Feast, which looked interesting.
The Feast or the Beast?
Feast.
Okay, because the sticker's there. I feel like I've seen that.
It's supposed to be a slow kind of core thing. I got the 4K set of The Ring.
Oh, you did? Oh, I'm jealous, man. I want that.
But you're going to be more jealous when you see this. The 4K 4D set of The Mist.
Oh, that is gorgeous.
I got The Knights Templar DVD, which has Dokoudine and Eudokia. Escape Room, which is the Skeeter Urich one, which is one of the lower budget kind of rip-offs of, the other one.
Yeah.
A Map of the World, which has Sigourney Weaver and Julia Moore in. Never seen this movie before, but I thought I'd pick it up. And then make these ones quicker. I got Issue the Killer.
Classic.
Bad City. Shanghai Noon and Shanghai Nights.
I'm surprised you didn't have the movies before, actually.
I did, actually, but I got rid of them in America because I was like, I'll probably get them over here. And I'm surprised 8 Films hasn't released them. Yep, man. My friend Alex gave me The Hollywood Dreams and Nightmares of Robert Englund's story.
Oh, nice.
Blade the Fury. And, there's 2 more. Pedicab Driver with Sammo Hung. And the one you and me were probably most excited about when we saw the 7 announcements, I think it was last Black Friday, I think. Closed Circuit.
Oh, cool. That is actually going to be let me know what you think of that, because I'm kind of curious.
I will. I had more movies, but none of them, they're not as exciting to, show off as like this lot. They're more like, I don't know, and the TV series, Urban Gothic. Do you know Urban Gothic?
I think I got it. Is that a British show?
Yes, it's a British anthology series.
Yeah, I can't remember who put it in North America, but we used to have a store called Zellers, and they had like a lot of like different films. Like you'd go in and you'd find like these like racks of like just stuff that either gone out of print or just wasn't around anymore. I remember I bought Urban Gothic there. I bought XWF seasons 1 and 2 there, and I bought a whole bunch of like Carry On like box sets there as well.
Nice. Was the Urban Gothic both series or just one?
Both.
Both, yeah.
It was like
I picked up yesterday and I watched the first episode, and it brought back so many memories of seeing it on Channel 5 when I was younger. What's that? Remember I noticed you were partially covered by a blanket. Maybe you can hope your house probably heated. My house isn't that well heated. We had a choice: pay the bill or buy some movies. I chose the movies. I'm like, I don't care if I get it or if I got the movies. So they can keep me warm.
You'll be able to sue.
No, in all seriousness, it's not that I'm ill or anything, Gino. It's just I'm extremely tired because I've been working really hard and I've been doing a lot of stuff. But this is more relaxation for me than anything. So I'm able to be here. It's just I'm wanting to be here and relax at the same time. And because you guys are so cool, I get to relax and I can go like this with the blanket, and just look like I'm pregnant. If I go.
I use Blu-rays to bed if you stack them properly. There you go.
I tried that once actually, and they all broke, and I got big splinter. I got big, well, not splinter, big cut right my ass cheek. And I'll show you guys one day. Really bad. Really bad. I could. Really bad. Absolutely bad. Actually, to this day, it still hurts. It was that tape. You see the TGG Direct 12 Westerns DVD 3D. Okay, that says it all. TGG Direct 12 Westerns movie on 3 discs. Now I know I've never heard of it.
I knew part 2. That's the one with Lee Majors, I think.
I think it is. And DVD cases are more sturdy, by the way, Cinematheque, than Blu-ray ones, because the Blu-ray ones have those horrible eco cases now. Ugh. That's what I say to that.
I love The Good Place.
Hilarious. Oh, look, LG in the house. It's me, Julie.
This is what George would love if he was here, because George is a massive LG fan.
Actually, you know what? When I think of George, I think of LG. It's got that kind of humor.
I can see that.
Yeah.
And influenced by LG.
You'd love to see the BBC sit for a David Sterling film. Let me tell you something. You sit for a David Sterling film, right? The BBFC are even going to do one thing. They're going to make it, they're going to say it's unrateable, so it's going to bin. Or they're going to fall asleep and make it a U. Because either way, David Sterling films are not good.
I know. The limited edition of coffee is on the way. Congratulations, Cinematheque.
I'm still waiting for mine to ship.
Well, they're shipping yours to Cinematheque, so you it's okay.
Oh, that's not nice, is it, Cinematheque? Wait, still my shit. TGG's about, I believe, was at one point the public domain. Yeah, it makes sense. Public domain video company, Dominant Tamil Corporation. I have some of their cartoon. Okay, so in a way, they're a bit like Alpha Video then.
Yeah, sounds like it.
I
love this.
I love that still.
That is amazing, man.
I'm going to tell you guys right now, Aaron has promised me that if he goes to France and this is there, he's going to buy it for me and send it to me.
I probably would actually.
Does Malcolm like ninja movies? And if so, what is his favorite American-made ninja movie?
Obviously, it's it's the one where what's your favorite, man? In all seriousness,
all right, my favorite ninja movies are the first one would be Enter the Ninja, even though technically, in my view, that's not really American-made, even though because it's made in the Philippines. But it's obviously made with American people, and it's kind of an interesting cast because you've got Susan George, you've got Franco Nero, and it kind of goes on like that, because it's a very Jewish production, because obviously Madame Golan and that. So I'd say that American Ninja. I would say I actually like Ninja Assassin. The one that came out in 2009. I actually like that.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Very funny name. I love Ninja the Protector and Ninja Dragon from Godfrey Ho. They're my 2 favorites. I love Ninja Protector, where in the dub he goes, "Funny, why did you do this? Funny," and she's like, "No," and she gets killed. And he goes, "Funny, no," and I love it. Anyway, I like those. I also like
Miami Connection.
Miami Connection. Miami Connection, not so much. It's a fun movie, but the ninja element to it's a bit. But to be fair, it is more of a student kind of film, so it is actually quite impressive with how they've done it. I would say, Chinese-wise, I would say Duel to the Death is a fantastic ninja film. I would say Life of a Ninja is a fantastic movie. I find the Japanese ninja films like Shinobi no Mono are fantastic, but I find most people when they think of ninja films, they do think of movies like Ninja Resurrection, Shogun Ninja with obviously Sonny Chiba, because you got to remember he did that whole TV series, Shadow Warriors.
Oh yeah,
which I only saw the first season of. Which is actually really expensive now, because it was 5 seasons, but it was only one. It was released from, I think it was Anima Go, I think it was. I could be wrong.
Yeah, with the kind of the wood grain looking like case, right?
Yeah, wooden looking case. Yeah, that's the one. 8 discs, incredible series. I definitely recommend that one if you can find it. It's to download because you can't buy the other ones except for the first one. Judge of Death is probably the best ninja film, I would say. Then you've got Ninja in the Dragon's Den. That's a decent one. Then you've got what was that called? What's it called? Phantom, White Phantom. Then you've got the Godfrey Ho movies, which I'll be honest with you, I think you have to be in a real I'm going to shut my brain off kind of situation because most of them are just nonsense. But some of them do have good stories. Obviously because they're cut and paste. And you could go on from there. I mean, I could do a whole ninja chat if one day if you're actually interested in it, because when you put them up top of your head, Revenge of the Ninja, great film, really stupid at times, but great film. Ninja Domination 3, fun movie. I don't think it's as good as the first two, but it has some really great moments in it, where Shokusu is actually playing both the good guy and the villain.
Which he did a few times, actually.
Yeah. Exactly. 9 Deaths of a Ninja is probably a really good one. I love the Seek in it. It just goes like this, sort of throughout the whole movie. Could easily do it. I have the Shadow Warriors mini poster right on the wall in front. Oh, very cool, Matty. Me well, Joe.
Do you remember this movie?
Thank you, KK. Who's that guy? Oh, yes, I've seen it, but I saw it years ago. Not enough to remember it, but I remember liking it. So it says Benign bloody bits and dirty tits.
I would tell you right now, I love Madonna. I love Griffin Dunn. I love the song Who's That Girl? This is a painful watch. I'm gonna be honest. It's a painful watch. It's like a movie that's desperately wanting to be funny. But it seems to be doing everything to not be.
I miss the days. When Madonna was really great in the movies.
I have kitties all around. I'm surrounded.
My favorite Madonna film, I think, is the one with her, with Rupert Everett.
I'm trying to think what my favorite Madonna film is. Obviously, Die Another Day, right? Underrated. James Bond.
She looks good. She looks good.
We should do a James Bond
I think that's one of the best Bonds.
We should do a Bond stream.
We should.
I would say, obviously the one with Guy Ritchie. no, not that one. No, I don't know. My favorite Madonna, yeah, definitely Seeing Susan. Yeah, I'm gonna go with like kind of a given there.
Dark Angel is my favorite Dolph Lundgren movie. Do you know what? I've never been able to get into that movie, KG. Not that well. My favorite Dolph Lundgren movie is probably Showdown in Little Tokyo, followed by. I love Showdown in Little Tokyo. The bit where Dolph Lundgren just apparently orgasm when he's having sex with Tia Carrera is hilarious. Where he just goes, ugh. But my other one would, I think, Universal Soldier's highly overrated.
I like Universal Soldier, but then I saw it in theater, so.
Yeah, I think there's a difference.
Girl?
Yeah, difference.
I prefer watching Shanghai Surprise to Who's That Girl. So.
Definitely. What's my favorite? What's my other favorite Dolph Lundgren? I like Peacekeeper.
Punisher's underrated.
Oh, Punisher. Yeah, that's one that really needs a full-on release, like proper full-on release.
Yeah, that needs a VSU type release. I would love to see Punisher VSU.
See, I told you, Ben Affleck's best movie is Phantoms. I can't believe how fast the mustard. Yeah, I can't believe it sold out that fast either.
I know.
Aaron was like, Aaron was like, he'll go to Paris and he'll find it, and there it is.
I hope to God if I find some stuff. Well, I found some stuff that was kind of at a print, and I know I'm going to be buying more Elephant releases after the Doctor Strange one. I'll tell you that much right now.
Oh yeah, Red Scorpion's great. You know what I want to watch? Red Scorpion 2.
Did I see?
Definitely future VS show. Definitely. When you going to Paris next?
We don't know yet. We're not the summer because the Olympics are going on. So we thought about it, but then like there's just way too much. It's going to be way too busy during the Olympics. Yeah. So it'll be after the Olympics. Sure.
The boys' hint would get pushed about probably as well. You know, more the excitement, and I don't think it'd be good for
Yeah, it's insane. It's insane. I wouldn't go myself. Like even going on my own, I wouldn't go myself for that. Yeah, Umbrella did put out a Blu-ray of the Punisher. I just want a nice 4K upgrade for that one, or even a Blu-ray upgrade. Like I just want a nice set with a poster that I can put on my wall. Maybe with that sequence near the end where he's got like where it kind of shades to the Punisher face. People were upset when the movie came out, by the way, because he doesn't wear the skull like thing. And I'm kind of like, it's kind of his origin. I kind of get it. Like if they wouldn't have future ones, I figured they would put skull like.
They should just get George Lucas in to CGI it in.
I see. I love Dark Angel, but it wasn't called Dark Angel when I saw it. It was called I Come in Peace. And
yes, that's the version I watched.
The trailer was like it heavily like highlighted that. So it would have the Dolph Lundgren. I always have that scene. I always end with the exact same scene. Like I come in peace. You leave in pieces. It would show on every trailer for that film.
It's funny because I always felt like I Come in Peace and Suburban Commando are very similar. Chasing the Galactic Warrior and trying to stop. And I always thought
one is Hulk Hogan.
Hey, Hulk Hogan was a great actor.
But Dave Shachette is the guy that plays, of course, Perot. The villain is fantastic. In Dark, I find it so hard to call it Dark Angel because when anybody says Dark Angel, to me, I think of Jessica Alba in the TV series that came out back in the.
So do I. Which got cancelled. Which got cancelled when it had season 3 already done. Why can't we get that season 3?
I love Dark Angel. I know that Jensen Ackles had some issues when he was working on it, but I actually dug it.
What's this? I bet you Screen Factory finally releases Faculty 4K in October. That's when they should release that.
The fact is definitely.
I love the fact.
That's 100%. We of course got a steelbook here for Natural Born Killers. I'm not going to say anymore that I predicted the oncoming like steelbook wave, but I predicted the oncoming steelbook.
That's because you had the inside knowledge.
A little bit.
Aaron can look into the future.
Yeah. Well, I had my crystal ball at the time.
Yep.
And my crystal ball is unfortunately broken now. So
Robocop 2 on 4K. That's what we need.
I actually like the poster for this one here. Look at that.
I like the alternate one. Yeah.
That is cool.
I tell you what should come out in 4K. So it's only all on one disc. Every single one of David Sterling's movies, since they're all like 1 gigabyte on the disc.
Which one?
All David Sterling's in complete films. It'll be like 1 gigabyte, won't they?
You just really want like you jokingly say this, but secret. If Vinegar Syndrome said they're putting out David Sterling's like I don't know things collection or whatever the hell would
the old massacre.
Meat Hook Massacre, that's what it's called. You'd be like, damn, I gotta see all those.
I'm gonna be honest.
I would be that person.
I'm gonna be honest. My problem with David Sterling is that I messaged him one day and I said, I'm a massive fan of yours. Can I be in one of your movies? And he said, no, and to this day, I've utter anger because the one person I looked up to in this whole world turned me down.
If David Sterling is the one person looked up, UHF is sold out? Which one sold out?
It's got to be the deluxe one, surely.
Yeah. I know Steph bought it right away.
He does, Keggy. Aaron talks to Vegas regularly, and he says you need to release David Sterling releases and Andrew Jones releases on 4K UHD because everybody in my comment section, all the people watching my channel, would love to see Robert in 4K.
I get asked that all the time. Do I talk to Vinegar Syndrome? I don't. I talk to people that talk to Vinegar Syndrome, but personally, I've never spoken to Vinegar Syndrome or the guys or Joe or any of those guys. I wish I had. Love to talk to the guys. When I was on Twitter, and my handle was Mr. Vincent, right? Because I was such a big Vinegar Syndrome guy, and I'd been on like Just to This podcast, and they named me that. Every time a Vinegar Syndrome question came about on Twitter, I would be tagged in it, along with Vinegar Syndrome and the rest of the people there. And I got so like frustrating that I changed it to Mr. Call because of that.
Just to say what Sim says is Mel would be the first to buy a deluxe hair video Dave Stern box there. My answer is yeah.
You would be like that is not a lie, actually.
If I would, I'd be the first one to jump on that because I'd be like, what a bargain.
It's $10. No,
$10.
What I love to see, the set. Here's a set I like to see, and Witchcraft. I want a Witchcraft series, complete series.
Oh, that'd be crazy! Imagine the ups and lows in that whole set.
It is a roller coaster of a friggin' series of films. By the way, just give you, and I'm not sure if my dad's here. A heads up.
Dad, are you here?
I'm thinking Witchcraft for Halloween.
Oh, Witchcraft for Halloween.
The whole series. We did the Halloween Friday 13th. Is there that many?
Holy smokes.
But yeah, I want to do Witchcraft. I think there's like
might be 16.
Yeah, I think.
The only reason I know there's more than that. I'm sure there is because I know Brendan Mitchell was in one or two of them, and I saw that was 14 and 15.
Didn't he direct one?
I don't know about that.
There's 13.
Because I swear.
Oh no, there might be more now. 16. David Sterling took up from 14, 16.
Yeah, I thought so.
So the first 9 were produced by Trauma. Number 10 was Armadillo Films. No, I'm not sure who produced 11 and 12. Tripod Films at 13. I'm looking on Wiki. And 14, 16 were done by David Sterling. They started really, really good. And they ended up going really, 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 really bad. But and more of the obscure titles you think that they have to sell for them to justify the work they do on them.
Well, if you look at Keggy's picture quickly, my head looks like I'm Batman.
There you go. 14, 16. Oh, those are watching. Actually, no.
Well, I mean, Anvil everything, isn't it?
Yeah. I wanted to do an Anvil like series, and I'm just like, there's too much crap in there to do it. I could just focus on the real.
We could, we could do. I tell you one that we could do. Amityville
Karen, right?
Backpack.
I haven't seen it yet, but you guys did Amityville Karen, like that.
Yeah, we did it. Yeah, we did it yesterday.
You and Jose too, right? And 3 of you guys.
Yeah, Jose was there. Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
But
check it out if you get the chance, guys.
Not a subjective there. Like making the videos a lot of fun, watching the film. Not sure that.
True story about Will Cameron, while I was watching it, because I'd watch it on Daily Motion, right? And it was never every 5 minutes. So I'd be watching it and I'd just be going like this. Oh, when's it getting to the end? What's going on? Why is it like this? Oh, no. Oh, God. And I'd be like, just constantly like going down.
Tubi used to be like that when it first came out. Because I remember I wanted to watch Stepfather 3 and I couldn't get anywhere. So I watch it on Tubi, and every 5 minutes there's an ad.
I hate that.
I like it.
I get if it's every 25 minutes to half an hour, that's fair. You know, but when it's every 5 minutes, it's like, get lost.
A lot of them started out like that, man. Is Crackle still around? Remember Crackle? Like Sony did this.
Crackle is still around, but it's not as good as it used to be.
Well, damn, because Crackle's very good. that's
where can you watch Will Cameron?
Oh no,
Blaze Bloody Bits.
Blaze Bloody Bits. They did like make sure you check it out.
So go on there and comment on the video, right? Comment on the video, Simonsec. I've watched it. Malcolm is the greatest YouTuber of all time. Just so Benet says who the king of that video was.
Yeah. Or you can say like, hey, I came to there from here.
So I came out of Malcolm into you. Say that.
Are you going to get Shiloh movie collection? The dog. I don't have a lot of like. I love animals, but I don't have a lot of like animal like films. Like like Benji or Shiloh or Balto. I got Balto here somewhere, I think.
The Terror. That's not Jack Nicholson. Jack Nicholson's in it because he directed it, right? But isn't the Terror the one with Boris Karloff in?
Boris Karloff is the sort of the star, quote unquote, for that film.
Yeah, so always don't ever, Skeggy, don't ever say Jack Nicholson over Boris Karloff, all right? Huh?
Copyright is like a big thing going on right now. Like that's why we're seeing some of these movies. Like it's your bad. Gotham City. Yeah, do your best Batman voice there.
Next time I will.
Yeah, I did pick up The Getaway. Getaway's actually I like The Getaway.
Yeah, a lot of people know about. Oh,
that's more realistic.
That character is from One Punch Man. I'm positive.
There you go. Do your best Batman impression.
Oh, I'm Batman.
And that's why Malcolm is not Batman.
Oh dear.
Now there's
funny enough, even though I'm Batman technically, Sean's picture is more like what I'm like most days.
Okay, let's bring up to go here and look at some of the releases. Give some recommendations. I usually do this to end off my Bluesday videos. So on May the 7th, 105. You sat there 105 minutes of Van Karen?
Yes, but 10 minutes of it is YouTubers and people are paid to be in the video at the end, start talking about it. So yeah, it wasn't that great. The ending is so random and so like I don't know how to explain it. Guys, if you watch the actual film,
is the ending any more random and worse than Smiley?
Smiley looks like a masterpiece compared to this.
Because I saw Smiley. And I'm like, oh, that seems like a pretty good concept. I like the mask, all this type of stuff. And then I get to the end of Smiley and I'm so pissed. Because I'm like, yeah, none of this makes any sense. Like,
well,
none of this.
That looks like Schindler's List compared to Will Cameron, I'll tell you. I'm just saying we don't end up doing Skate or Die and all those other ones.
All right. So recommendation here, I got to go with, on this bunch here, I'm going to go for Joysticks. Because I actually really do think that film. I think it's a good one. Remedy Rewind. And
I'm gonna go with Mask of Fu Manchu because that's one that desperately needed to be released on Blu-ray. Such a great Boris Karloff movie too.
I don't think I had that one actually.
You need to. It's brilliant. Probably one of the better ones, to be honest.
Because we got the Warner Olin ones. So
Hmm.
I haven't watched the photo
I need
TV. I
to
had the chance, man.
Yeah.
I just got to the gentleman
Right.
actually. Star Floating Weeds. Fletch, I saw in theater like 3 times. Fletch lives, I saw in theater once. Fletch, I saw in theater 3 times. Fletch
So
is
what
one
would
of
you
the,
recommend on that? Oh, so are we just recommending on the whole page?
on the whole page. Yeah.
Okay.
But you can recommend more than one. You don't have to just recommend one. It's just
Well,
I just
I watched Sabotage recently, and the best part of Sabotage is Tony Todd is fantastic in that movie as the villain, just incredible.
it's been a long time.
But Feather Slowly would be my pick on that page.
Well, I'm surprised you didn't pick the Addams Families.
I will say this: if you want a good double bill of 2 movies that really go well together, Feather Slowly and Addams Family 1 and 2, because they both have the same kind of atmosphere.
Oh yeah, Philip Slow is totally like
Yeah, Gino, One Island is awesome. Why don't you continue with the book you were writing? I thought I'd have had a copy by now.
The Sect and the Church. Yeah, definite recommendation on both of those.
For a second there, I thought Keggy said have to go to church now with Michael's. I was like, what?
Phyllis Lola. It's not my favorite Tinto Brass,
Yeah.
but again, it's one that I see. My favorite is everybody's favorite. It's all ladies do it. I think that's everybody says like, what's your favorite Tinto Brass?
Just because you like that peeing scene, didn't you?
I think, and next, what all ladies do it, and then Cheeky. Cheeky's so
yeah,
good.
Cheeky's good as well. Oh, she's so cute and cheeky. And
Cheeky,
my favorite bit in that is where Tinto Brass molests her in the paper shop. Oh my word! It gave me moments of pure like this could be my future.
I was like, I watched Cheeky, and I'm like, wow, that's cool. I mean, like, when in the '80s was that put out? To find out it was like
2000,
a '90s film. Yeah, well, I'm like, that blew my mind because it is so shot so much like an earlier film.
Tinto Brass was a genius. I agree with you, Kiki. It was a visual genius, especially when it comes to the whole fake penis stuff. That was phenomenal. I mean, to come up with that.
Have you seen Spider
Labyrinth? Remember, everybody, where there's brass, there's ice.
No, that's what he's obsessed with. Which makes sense. Tinto Brass, right?
A big cigar in his mouth, molesting the girl in Cheeky. Oh my word!
Frivolous Soul with the other cover here.
I need to get that one at the bottom, because that's the New World Innocence. I need to get that one.
She is Conan. I'm going with Shadows on here. I remember this movie. I actually like that. I think it's one of the last Empire Picture releases. Before it became.
I'm going to go. What's that one next to? Her name is Conan. The one with the ball gag and that. What's that one?
Freaking Her Will.
Let's go over it. I want to see more about what it's about. Breaking Her Will, girl accepts. A wife from a stranger drove her sexual sadist to his dreadful plans for before it's a disturbing look. Yes, I recommend that one.
Actually, no, I saw that. No, I don't.
Is it bad?
If it's the one I'm thinking about, that's literally all it is.
Oh, then I don't recommend it. Then it sounds bad. I'll recommend the Crow then instead.
No, it's like it may not be the one, but it seems like is it him? Yeah, it makes sense. Then it's stay. I'm not a fan. I'm not sure about you, Jason. I'm totally not a fan of that guy. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
I feel like he's got issues, and he's unfortunately putting them out on cinema.
Oh, this is easy. How the West, the Once Upon a Time in the West.
For me, I'm gonna go Peeping Tom.
That's all right. Let's be serious here, right? I've got a question for you.
Yeah.
If you could get away with being a Peeping Tom, would you?
If I could get away, what makes you think I'm not? No, but seriously. No, I mean, it's not my. I guess if it's your. No, not my. I guess not my thing. That being said,
It's quite boring.
as a
Bullying's
writer,
quite boring.
like not as a peeping tom thing, but I'm definitely a people watcher. Like I used to go to like the mall, and when I was writing scripts, and I go to the mall, and I take my my notebook with me, and I'd sit down and I just like watch.
You just put the measurements down, right?
I just watch people, and like just talk and converse and kind of just and I get like in my head like make up like okay backgrounds for these people in my head, and sometimes it would work for me because then I had an idea for like this what this character was going to be that I was going to write, and then I go back and I write the film and I have something in mind. So in that way, I guess. If you mean like where in that way, if you mean like peeping on somebody when they're in the shower, no, probably not. But
I
yeah, it
like
was
Harriet the Spy. It's in Harriet the Spy. What is that one there on the right? In the blue case, which is near the Conan one. What is that? Because that looks like a dirty movie.
Imaginary?
Further over. No, under the new Blu-ray deals. It's on the right. On the right. Above the Blu-ray.com on Facebook.
I don't think I can go on it, but it is definitely. Yeah, it's one that I unfortunately can't show. But
is that hentai?
It's hentai. It is hentai.
Yeah, I thought so. I'll tell you a story. I was at the shopping centre with Alex yesterday, and there was a mirror, and I went, "Look at that hot woman right there walking by," and he went, "She looked like she's 15." And what? And he went, "Yeah," and I went, "Oh God," because I had my glasses on.
You're like, went home and took a shower. No.
I was like, great. I said to him as well, because he was talking to me about, like young girls like in 18, 19. I said to him, if I was someone that age now, they'd call me grandpa.
Yeah. Well, look at me. Well, I'm way older than you, and
you're like great grandpa.
Yeah, I'm like.
In fact, you're the grandpa in Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2, where he's got the hammer and keeps dropping it.
Oh, come on, Grandpa, you can do it. He's the best killer to go.
Oh, the scariest thing about that grandpa is he looked like my Auntie Rhoda.
That is. I hope your aunt's not watching this video.
She does. She watches them religiously. So hello.
The Gate. Oh, we got The Gate. A new edition. This one. I'm guessing this is a steelbook. But I already got this, so I don't need this release. I'm gonna recommend.
Okay.
I'm gonna recommend Dracula 2000. I like this movie. I don't care what anybody says. Somebody's like, crap. I love this movie, man.
It's a good movie. I enjoy it. I enjoy it as well. I love the Virgin Megastores in it. I recommend Magic Mike.
Good film. Like my better half went and saw that with her, with some of her girlfriends. Like they made like a girls' night of it.
They do actually, Keggy. I'm technically Leatherface and all the rest of them. Actually, no, I'm not Leatherface because I said my mum looks like Leatherface number 4. Yeah, they do. They all look like it because they're all hillbilly trash. So, as they would say.
So they would fit in like where I'm from, like with the Trailer Park Boys. Did you ever see Trailer Park?
She does. What, Trailer Park Boys?
Yeah.
Never seen it.
Oh, dude, you have to see Trailer Park Boys. You might relate. So it's a Canadian show.
Do Phil want to see what my mum looked like?
You got a
I can show Phil what she looked like. Yeah, I got a picture. Hold on. And you'll say it looks just like her.
For Dracula 2000.
Here's a picture of my mum.
Oh, she does not.
Right? She does. If she was made up, she'd look just like the one in Texas Chainsaw Massacre 4.
Yeah, if she was made up. Like, if she was made up, yeah.
That's me. See the night. Just see the dark nightmares in those eyes. She does not look normal. How dare you say such a thing? She does not look normal. She looks like Leatherface and Texas Massacre 4. When she was alive, I used to tell her that. No, and she used to thought that was hilarious.
I think it's
you forget, my mum there, it looks normal because she's not dressed up. When she was dressed up, she looked just like the character. That is a lady. But yeah, there you go. There's a picture of me as well. Look how demented I was as a kid. Right.
That's Malcolm when he was innocent before the other. So
Yes, that was pretty cool. That was before I went crazy.
That's my choice right there. There's my choice right there.
Oh, they're releasing them on Blu-ray.
Yeah.
Or is it only 3 of them?
I had this actually. Well, I didn't have
there's only 3 of them.
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks because I've got the DVD version. My choice would probably be Old Knock. No, Meet John Doe, because that's the Barbara Stanwyck one. I didn't even know that was coming out. I'm going to have to buy that now. I've got the DVD. I'll get rid of that. And thanks, Keggy, for sending us a nice picture. It's the only picture I've got of my mum as an adult. Yeah.
If you want to see my mom, it's on. I guess it's on Patreon.
I've seen your mum. She's a bit of all right.
I had my mom was young when she had me, and so when I was growing up, like I lived with my grandparents, but my mom lived close by for a while, and all my friends had crushes on my mom. That is not a lie. That is the stone cold truth, and I hated every second of it. Like, well, why don't we go to yours? Your mom.
Your mum is really sweet looking. Your mum's very sweet looking, and she's got really soulful eyes. And I think that's something that really stands out, even though she's older now. I think that really stands out. If a woman has soulful eyes, and you see that, it'll always make them attractive.
Mom was always like, she was like mom was definitely like that, and she still is. But like, she stood it when she came into a room. My sister, same way. Both my sisters were the same way.
Oh, I agree. Seeing her in that kind of robe thing when she came downstairs that day. I looked her up on Facebook after that, and I was like, no, there's no pictures of it. No.
This is Malcolm's pick. I'm going to choose for Malcolm. Or creep me out a bit. I love the Jack Burrows. It's Malcolm's choice.
A Quiet Place.
Not too late, man. I chose.
Do you have Keeping Up Appearances? I do. That's Donna's favourite show.
The second they're doing the Vine too.
It's great, but it's all movies. It's all movies that have already been released except for Paprika properly in the set.
Yeah, but I don't have these on Blu-ray. I got the DVDs.
But you want them on 4K, didn't you?
No, because remember I could have bought like one of them when I was in Paris. They had like a digibook. But I've got the first volume.
Big Man on Campus is one, but everybody needs to buy.
Because this one got All Ladies Do Is Frivolous Lola.
All Ladies Do It because you can tell by your ass.
Yeah,
that blue is much cheaper than 4K, but some of us don't cheap out, Mr. Benet.
Yeah, sometimes you don't need 4K. Sometimes you don't need 4K.
Ooh, yeah, that's because
some of us want more films. So I guess Malcolm doesn't want to get more films.
I own all the films. I own all of them. Look, Bay Page Tease Mania.
That's kind of cool, but for me, it's got to be this. I'm a massive John Waters fan, and I love this.
Well, that's got 4K coming out.
Love Crybaby.
I picked Bad Lieutenant because of the scene by the car in 4K.
Shelf return. I think we got our package come that we're waiting for.
Oh, okay. Terrible Vision subscriber. Yeah, well, at least I believe in the chosen company that is Television, not Culture Shit. They started out. I had faith in them. You like Pet Sematary? I do. I go there regularly. Give them a few treats. Can't help it. What one are you talking about? You talking about the original one, the remake, the TV series, or the new one, Bloodlines, that came out? Iced Baby. I thought you looked a lot like Vanilla Ice. Now I know he stole from you. The original one's a classic. I really like Pet Sematary. I think I actually bought that recently on it came out on 4K, didn't it? Because I've actually got it, I think. Yeah, I do. I have that, and I have that remake one. I need to watch it. I need to watch the 4K, but yeah, it's classic. I love that one, Kegi. Yeah, but let me tell you this. Television are releasing Pee-wee's Big Top. And to me, that's everything. Terrible Vision. I can't believe you call them Terrible Vision. The kid flipping the Pet Cemetery remake. Yeah, I wasn't as keen on that. To be even, Matty. Yeah. Yeah. I agree. I agree. So, let me ask you guys this. Because I know everybody here has watched Bad Lieutenant. You're going to start reviewing and live streaming yourself. I don't know. You know, when I'm not doing this or doing videos with Benet on Benet's Bloody Bits, I mostly try to spend time with my wife, trying to chill, trying to take care of my family. And I get so infuriated when I do videos because I see that they're not as perfect as they should be. I start getting a bit too focused. When it comes to streaming, I wouldn't mind streaming a little bit, I guess. But then I don't feel like I've got anything to say. So, you know, thanks, Benet. Appreciate that. So, you know, and my history with YouTube really is I got so self-obsessed with it. I got so, like, it took over my life. And that's one of the reasons I don't do my channel. Because I don't want it taking over my life. I want to be able to enjoy it. I want to be able to be a part of, like, for instance, with Benet, like with Aaron, and I want to be able to feel like I'm supporting and also having fun. As if I'm doing my own channel, I feel like you start getting to the point where you begrudge people more. You start going, why have they got a success than I have, and all this crap. And it's all bullshit because it should be all about supporting. But when you've got a wife like I do, who at times gets emotional, has issues, exactly. YouTube is addictive in a good and bad way. For me, Aaron goes on about he's been on YouTube for 12 years. I've been on YouTube for 18 years with different accounts. What would be a dream of yours, Matty? You know, so I think I feel like I have to be very supportive of Donna as well because she's at a point where, oh, okay, Matty. You know, but I feel like I need to be supportive of her. And now, don't get me wrong, it doesn't take that much to do videos if you're like, for instance, like I know. Thanks, Kegi. Yeah, I did good reviews, but I've had a lot of issues with YouTube over the years, and you know, I think do you live stream and make Donna part of it? I did make her part of it a couple of times. But Donna's very uncomfortable at times with live stream because she's a woman and women always feel like they're objectified in some way when people ask questions and, you know, people would ask her how big her bust was and all this and she just get quite upset over it. And I don't like putting her in that position because I feel you have to respect your partner. You know, a prime example, I'll tell you some respect about Benet, right? So I've talked to Benet multiple times on video. I've seen his partner in the background sometimes, right? But Benet's never ever forced his partner or his daughter, who are both very lovely people, right, to talk to me or say hi or anything. And I think that's a very important thing when it comes to YouTube and that, to try and keep the things separate, you know, because you don't know how people are. And in a way, I like to have Donna because the way she gets so affected, you know, because sometimes she gets so affected when you bring your family into it, you know. What you do on here, I have to generate whatever output I'm involved with. and podcast person at least, but I would love to support people and be able to be seen, but it's hard. It is hard. I think the thing with me as well, Matty, is because I don't care about my own channel really anymore because I know what it's like and I have a real hatred for my own channel to a degree, right? It makes me easier to be a supportive element and actually have a laugh with people, you know. Do I wish sometimes that I had more of a say sometimes, like when I'm doing videos, maybe. Yeah, sure. But at the same time, you know, you got to go with the flow. So, yeah, exactly. I think you should always keep this separate. And I would love to do videos with Donna, but at the same time, I know it's not a comfort zone. So I keep her out of it, you know. And I think because the video, when we originally made my channel, it was supposed to be for both of us. That's why it's called May to December, because I'm younger and she's older. But, you know, Donna if you see the videos of Donna, she's actually really cute and sweet in them and really adorable. And I do miss those videos, but I understand it. And I decided after a really hard time, because I was doing YouTube years ago and I practically had a breakdown over it because I was ignoring her. I wasn't doing anything with her. I wasn't sleeping. I wasn't basically doing anything other than YouTube every day, all day. And I got obsessed with things like, why am I not as high up as this YouTuber? Why am I not this? Why am I not that? They started after me. They did this. They did that, you know. And why do people like them more? All things that go through your head because your ego kicks in. And because of that, that's why I stopped. I have no interest in some of my own channel. I feel like I put so much work into things, but not many people see. I love the enthusiasm, but I hardly get any. Hey, I get it, Matty. I really do. It's really hard, you know, because the problem, I think, is I did. I think one of the problems is when you're like me, I'm a very passionate person, right? And I'm always trying to push myself and I'm always trying actually to be fun. And over the years, I've worked with different people on different channels, and I've done things like I did a YouTube video series with somebody for like 8 years, and that didn't end well, and it kind of tore me apart, and it really got to me. And before that, I used to do videos with someone else who kind of used me and begrudged me anything, and that really got to me as well, you know. And I just feel like if I'm not focusing on myself on the videos, then I can be more supportive, more giving to other people. And all I ask from them is that they give me respect and understand that, you know, sometimes it's good to feel appreciated or to actually be respected. Yeah, Kiki, they were doing quite well. They were doing quite well at one point, definitely. I don't get paid for if I do my TV show, anything. I also don't get the number of views I'd like. But to be fair, I'm not a hot girl with big breasts. You're joking. I thought you were, Gino. I thought you were a hot girl with big breasts. I really did. I spoke to you multiple times, and I would never have guessed. You know, I will say this, though. I do think if I was a hot girl, I'd probably be doing YouTube just to probably get free money because I feel like that's the case nowadays. You know, I'm going to pay my bills by kind of gently flashing around my bits. Absolutely terrible. Yeah, exactly. Benet likes bringing people on his channel. He's got a rule. No arseholes allowed. And I like that. I think that's good. You know, and the video yesterday was a lot of fun. We all had a lot of fun. We were able to joke around and stuff. It was good. And I think it really shined as well. So I'm really proud of that. Oh, he's back.
Oh God.
What happened?
Well, a package came, and that's ordered for mom, and I had like the money, but we didn't have the right change. So luckily, I found some other change,
Yeah.
and I thought I'd given him the right amount, but he said that I hadn't given him the right amount. And so I was trying to figure out whether he's trying to grift me or not. But I think I didn't actually initially, so I did give him the correct amount afterwards. Um,
Oh.
and then that took a bit, and the we have a guy that feeds the cats outside, like the outside area, like the guard, and he needed to get the food for the cats because we buy the food. So I had to come in and fill up the cat food bucket and bring that out, and he wasn't there, so I had to find him.
God. Well, I was stressed.
Yep.
What's your podcast called, Matty? I think that's the way you got to see it. You got to see it as whatever happens, happens, because you might never be noticed or not noticed by many, or you might get big. It's all about the fun of it.
Yeah, like put the name up. So we can actually
But
put
no,
it here.
Aaron, 20 minutes later.
Yeah. It seems like forever. Like totally, man. It seems like forever later because it's driving me up the wall. But I can't remember where I was at right now.
Your mode. I'll tell you a quick story from yesterday while you're trying to think about what you want to do next, Aaron.
Yeah.
So me and my friends, we went into Harrods. You know Harrods, the store? So he likes smell perfume and that, and he's got a real thing about it. He's got real knowledge of it. And all right, Matty, tell me after. Tell me after you get the first one in the can, because I'd be excited to listen to it. So, we went in there, and he goes in there because everybody knows this is a posh store, right? Yeah, if you tell me the podcast name, I'll take it as soon as we get off, make a whole, thing of it. That's what I'm waiting for, to steal your name.
Well,
anyway.
Go ahead.
So he went in Harrods, right? He's got his backpack open because he forgot to lock it to zip it up. We're looking. He's got this incredible knowledge of it, and he's talking to the woman when she comes over. I'm sitting there going, you know what? This stuff is just whatever, right? I've got no interest. It's like, the wife, you want me to wear a pack of Band Millions? Sure, I'll wear that, right? So he standing there, and she says all this stuff to him. She goes, by the way, your bag's under, right? That pushed him over the edge, and he felt really, really frustrated with it, and he was really down for a long time because he said she was judging him and everything, and I was like, yeah, I think she was, because you think about it, I walk in there with him, I look like I feel like I'm a little bit rough, but at the same time, I was like, yeah, your bag was open, and. So I think it was a 50-50 thing, not on his end, but just 50-50 of her thinking and just been in the wrong kind of situation. But yeah, it was kind of weird. The way she came over was like, you know what, your bag's undone, and I don't think you could afford it. I was like, let's buy a whole case.
I don't know if I buy anything after that.
Hey, Ryan, it's you, Ryan. Puppy power.
And there's my choice for this one.
Perfect Weapon. I'll pick Perfect Weapon. Oh, and Sex and Fury. By the way, your dad loves that movie.
Oh, Sex and Fury?
Yeah, he loved it.
Good movie.
We were talking
about it.
Seen
it before?
No, your dad had it.
Okay. I was going to say, that's okay. But yeah, Perfect Weapon. I saw that. Like that's another one. The ones that that's the only one that's made theater. Butcher Baker, like Nightmare Maker, is also really good too. By the way, guys.
Yeah, that's actually coming out over here. I was shocked by it. Seven started releasing their 4Ks here as well. So I was like, you know what? I'm not going to bother buying them from them now. I'm just going to look and see if they've been released here. Jimmy the Lip in the house.
What someone have for us next month?
I'm going to guess. I'm going to guess some things they got for us next month. I think the VSU is going to be Navy SEALs. Bear with me on this. I think it's going to be Navy SEALs. I think there's going to be a double pack that they said was Hong Kong related, but it isn't. And I think that's going to be China O'Brien 1 and 2. And the Homegrown Horrors Volume 3 collection is definitely something to look out for. The other two movies I think are going to be Phantoms 2, because Phantoms 1's taken now, so I've got to put number 2 in there, and Mimic.
I'm glad to see like Ryan actually said Navy SEALs is going to be great, because I thought I was the only person who was excited about that. I thought more people were excited
for it. There's better things I wish for on VSU, but I'm happy for it. You know, it's not something that I would have wished to buy, but I'm happy it's coming out, kind of thing.
I think it fits more than like the Samurai one did that they put out, the Six Gun Samurai.
Six Gun Samurai sucks. The music's good, isn't it? Oh, I saw your screen move then.
Oh yes, you did, because Pixie Oreo got up on the computer. I like this. So we got Later Reporter coming out, of course, from Vinegar Syndrome. Right? And a very good film, by the way.
I really want to see Girl Fight, because I haven't seen it. Assignment's good if you want to see a bush. You know, the advert's called Tomboy.
Devil's Honey is a good movie. Devil's Honey is one of his better films. Especially
I think Devil's Honey has a lot of commentary on relationships and that.
It does, especially on relationships and grief. Like, how we sort of sometimes like almost canonize like people after they're gone, to a point where like, you know, that they couldn't live up to, even in the, you know.
Yeah, I think we all do it, you know, to a degree, especially, you know. And I think it's Jimmy Lip says he wants to buy everything from every company. We'd get a lot of doubles.
Yeah.
So, you know,
too many bills. I mean, like, I think buy the stuff that you're really, really interested in. Don't get caught up in the numbers game of it or of the FOMO. It's so easy to do. But I think at a point now where, and we'll be honest, it's a time now when a lot of people have had to tighten the belts. When it comes to things. When things are.
I'll be honest with you, I think if you're going to buy anything, you know, you've got to look into it. You've got to, as they say in Sopranos, Tony Soprano says, you've got to wake up in the smell of the roses, right? And decide, you know, what roses smell best. Is it whatever one you want, or is it just go for the least amount? I say if there's a lot of stuff you want to buy, always wait for sales to start off with. You might save $3, $5. You know, if it's something like television, you might save, for instance, $5 or more, depending on their sale. If it's Vinegar Syndrome, you might save like $8, $10 sometimes, depending on what the title is. Or if it's 10 for 10, you might save even more. You know, always wait for the sales if you can, because you might find you get at least a quarter more titles than you probably would have originally. But if they're almost selling out, that's a problem. And if you want to save money there, always buy from somewhere that has a point system, because you can use those points in the future.
I missed the point system for some place. Indicator had a good point system, man. I'm sad that's gone.
Indicator can get stuffed, right? getting rid of their point system was one of the most terrible things they could have done.
I got a few titles to a point system, man.
That's what I mean. That's what annoyed me. I got the Universal North Volume 2 set for practically free from my points.
I didn't play anything for Santo, for the Santo set.
Exactly. You know, when companies have point systems, like A8 Films, right? A8 Films, I have like £140 worth of points on their system. So I was able to get the new Pete Walker set for like 20 quid because, you know, you can only use 50 at a time as max. You're welcome, Jimmy. You know, always wait for the sale. I mean, sales can be a bit of a rip-off, but sometimes if you just manage them right, you can get the most out of them, you know. I mean, as a subscriber from Television, for instance, when I get their titles with a slip, it actually costs me less than they would be in a sale.
And there's always the option to
save like $2 extra.
If you're really like dialed in on a company and everything they put out is something that you really, really like, subscriptions. To save up for, you know, for a birthday present, for Christmas, whatever. Like if there's a company that you love, like if it's Radiance, if it's Television, if it's Vinegar Syndrome, and you find that you're getting a lot of their stuff to the point where you're paying more than it would cost for a subscription, maybe that's at that point you're like, okay, it may be for me to get a subscription from this company.
I think the key with something like Vinegar Syndrome is they've releasing something like Blade in the Dark where the extra disc and the artwork box is only for that release and not when they re-release it in the standard version. Then you've got to think about maybe paying a bit more depending on what the limitation is of the release, right? But with the standard releases, you can always wait. You know, like Ken and Lorber, there's no reason to ever rush with Ken and Lorber because the releases are very standard.
I mean, well, there is because, you know, I want Ken Lorber. I love Ken Lorber stuff, though.
Yeah, but you know what I mean. Unless you want those really thin slips on them, which I think are really bad. They're so bad and flimsy.
To be fair, until Vinegar Syndrome started doing the thick slips, that was what everybody had. Like there was no like.
Oh yeah, but that's why nobody cared about slips back then.
I think they did. I mean, people did. You'd be surprised. Not like they do now, obviously. And let's be honest. I'll be honest with you right now. I have the very first Vinegar Syndrome slip that they put out. It was not great. It was for a movie called The Undertaker. Not the rest.
Oh, the Undertaker one's nice with the see-through case. That's lovely.
It's not. It is bland.
I like that window case.
The ketchup case?
The window case.
It's the ketchup case. I call it the ketchup case because it looks like the color. It's like ketchup.
The Slaughterhouse one's nice.
Slaughterhouse one. I didn't get Slaughterhouse one.
That's the original hard box, isn't it? Really.
The Demon Wind and and of course Jack Frost. Couldn't miss those. Like those were ones.
I'd love to have that Jack Frost one.
You missed out on the Jack Frost?
Yeah, I missed out on it. I've got Demon Wind, but I haven't got Jack Frost. Jack Frost is one of my favourite comedy horror movies.
Me too. I love that film. I used to have the VHS of that too. That one and the second one, The Revenge of the Mutant Killer Snowman.
I think I had them on Prison DVD. Prison.
Yeah, Prison put them out, I think. Yeah. But I had my VHS, and so that was a big upgrade for me for that. Shannon Elizabeth, of course, and it was in the original Jack Frost with that infamous scene.
She gets shoved with the carrot, doesn't she, in the shower?
But they said they didn't. That was not what they meant. That's the point. That's not what they're trying. It just.
Oh, come on! That's not true. We know what they meant. We know.
But I
should say I know.
I think that they did. So wink and not.
Matt says he's saving up his points for Vinegar Syndrome hat, so that dudes better not dismiss the media club anytime soon. That media club's staying for a while. I can tell they're making more money from that than Pill Record. They've put their slip cases, you know, the VSCM, what is it, VSCM ones?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Media Club, VSMC, I think it's called. They put those slips up to $15 worth of points to get them. I ain't doing that. I want to get off my media. I ain't going to get up for some slip covers. Ridiculous. You know, that's it, VSMC. I always mess it up. I should have known because of what Matty put, really. But I just feel like it's such a rip-off on the points on that, you know. But that's up to people. You know, people got all the titles and they don't care. They want a game to complete, don't they? I mean, I did buy the Blood Harvest one, the Corruption of Chris Miller, but that was when they were $10, the $10 amounts. You know, we'll make all kinds of money doing it. Exactly. Look at the people just buying shit for more points. Exactly. That's exactly it. Because people think they're going to run out of the stuff in the thing and they want to get it quickly. It's an incredible way to be. Vinegar Syndrome are fantastic at getting more money out of people. They really are.
Did you see that? Like that tweet from Diabolic and Def Crocodile? They
I might have done. What one?
They just all the all the Def Crocodile releases are here at Diabolic DVD and are not out of print. They're not out of print.
Yeah, that was ridiculous. They should have been there going out and print off our thing. That was ridiculous. I've got to buy from Diabolic because I've got $78 refund from them. I need to find things to buy.
Well, just send them to my place and I'll just make sure that you...
Ooh. Alan says you can now pick up Jet Force to Revenge of the Mutant Killer Snow on Blu-ray released by MVD. Yeah, I've got number 2 from MVD, but I refused to buy the first one because I want that lenticular. By the time I get that lenticular, it'll come out in 4K.
Oh. Okay.
Ooh. Cat's attacking you again.
Yes. I'm trying to get up there. Going to get the nail under the fingernail.
Oh, that's always painful, that, when they do that.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Or when you get a bit of wood and it gets there. You know, like when you're cutting open something, it's like, oh.
Yeah, I'm feeling it right now. And so in a second, I'm probably going to go upstairs again and just grab myself some
and
hand sanitizer. And you're going to hear me scream on camera. Oh, I know
who does have in the mouth think should be the next James Bond?
Well, it's going to be Aaron Taylor Johnson, but I wanted Dan Stevens. That was my choice.
Has it actually been confirmed, like fully?
Not fully, but I think it's confirmed, unconfirmed.
If nobody remembers who he is, he was the kid in Kick-Ass, basically. Or had sex with that really hot girl up against the wall in the back alley.
Or the Assassin Bullet Train. One of the Assassins Bullet Train. Yeah.
Or from The Silence. Mine's called The Silence.
Aaron Taylor Johnson's a damn good actor. And
I can't see him Bond, though.
I can now. I couldn't before. But after Bullet Train, I can. And after some of the other roles. Like, that's the thing. Like, some of these actors, like, you'll say, okay, I couldn't see this person as... Like, people couldn't see Daniel Craig's Bond. And
so, Bond. We don't want blonde Bond.
Yeah, because remember in the newspapers, James Blonde. Shag off that stuff. But
he's not
I always say, that's what I want. I want like people to be alive. That's the thing. We haven't seen him. That's like
as Bond.
Remember when Robert Pattinson was announced as Batman, and people are like, "Oh, he can't be Batman." He was great.
He was awful. I don't like that. I do not like that new Batman movie. I really don't. I get why people like it. I really do. But me, nah, I don't like him. To me, he looks like he's on the wrong set. It's like there was 2 set doors, and they went, okay, we need Batman, and we need the kid who's going to have sex with their stepmom on the movie set of this one, dressed up as Batman. Accidentally, they both got crossed. He ended up on the actual Batman and the actual real Batman, and he's on that set. That's what it looks like to me.
See, I love Pattinson as Batman, especially when he's doing like the early.
He's so skinny.
He's not, and we're looking at Batman like year 2 at this point. And what I love about the Batman, aside from the way
he did. He seemed more like the Crow than Batman. That's what he seemed like.
See, I don't know. I mean, like, it's here. I'm a hardcore Batman fan for this is one of my characters.
Since he started, like 1940.
But he's pretty much the character as like the way you'd envision him before. So this is our first detective Batman, which we haven't got before. This is the first time we've seen Batman like with that, and we're to the point where he's starting out, and the police are still kind of wary of him. This is before all that, and he's not Bruce Wayne. Like, because people, here's a mistake people make when it comes to Superman and Batman. This is where people mess up all the fucking time, and it pisses me off. So, here, Superman is a secret identity. Clark Kent is who he is. Bruce Wayne is a secret identity. Batman is who he is. In the Batman, he has not. Hey, no. He has not yet like learned to become Bruce Wayne, but he has the anger to be the Batman. But in order to continue doing what he's doing, he has to learn to be Bruce Wayne, and that's what Alfred's conversation with him is all about. And in the Batman is learning to be who you to be Bruce Wayne, because he can't continue to be Batman. He can't continue to exist if he doesn't have the facade that is Bruce Wayne. He can't help. In order to help, he has to find hope. And that's the idea beyond the first film, and I love it. Like, it's not going to hit for everybody. Like, everybody's got their own favorite Batman, their own favorite Superman. I get it. But for me, it was like, okay, I'm seeing the comic book character, and I hadn't seen that since '89, because as much as I liked Christian Bale as Bruce Wayne, I thought he was amazing as Bruce Wayne. He's shitty as Batman. He's a horrible Batman. Christian Bale's the worst Batman. I will watch. I will see, and I'm going to be really controversial here. My better half loves Christian Bale and loves those films, by the way, and I do too. I just don't like him as Batman. George Clooney was a better Batman than Christian Bale was Batman as Batman, because somebody should have, somewhere along the lines, somebody should have said, okay, lower it down a bit, knock it off. The vices.
Did Aaron freeze? Or did I freeze? I think Aaron froze. What the hell was that? Oh, weird. Why is someone driving in my driveway?
I think I got hacked by the Snyder first. I love Christian Bale.
I'll be right back. This is my driveway. I'll be right back, all right?
All right. We're having bit of a cat fight there, by the way, guys. I was checking that out too. He's a cloaking device. So how dare you? What are your guys' favorite Batmans? I was going to rant about, like, I'm a massive comic book guy, guys. So I'm always going to be looking at like certain characters. I know I got like my bias. Everybody's got their biases, especially if you read them, and when you start reading books too.
La, 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 oh,
Don't tell me you got another package.
I got a package.
We're getting a support group for you. Actually, I didn't mind Ben Affleck, because I didn't like the movies he was in, but I did like Ben Affleck as Batman. I thought he looked the most like the actually animated series Batman that we've seen.
The best Batman is this Batman. This is the best one. I had to look for my phone, but that's the best Batman.
Oh, from Serial?
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Best Batman ever.
Nope. Adam West is great. And legitimately is a great Batman, and suits when the time that he came from.
The only
And
Batman that matters really is Adam West, and we know that. And Michael
Adam West
Keaton.
saved Batman. Like people forget that Batman the comic was a bit be canceled, but that series saved it.
How can people not like Adam West when it's like, I'm going to go play with Dick, and I had fun with Dick in the cupboard the other day, and we're having a nice dancing session, you know.
Oh, Adam West was so fun.
Oh, if anybody wonders what my package was, it was this.
What is?
Want to know what it is? Oh. My Amsterdam medal.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. I've got another one as well, which is, let's have a look quickly.
Give me your Batman ranking. Rank the Batmans.
I would say from front to back. Oh, Silk Road. Okay, Batman rankings. Number 1, Adam West. Number 2, Michael Keaton. Number 3, Kevin Conroy. Number 4, Ben Affleck. Number 5, George Clooney. Number 6, Christian Bale. Number 7, Val Kilmer. And who would number 8 be? Number 8 and 9 would be the people in the serials because they didn't really nail the Batman properly. And number 1 should have originally been the Dark Knight Triple X guy, but that was a bit too controversial. So, because he really knew what to do with his weapon. But yeah, I think that's how I'd rate him.
All right, so Kevin Conroy's out because he's animated. So, but live action. No, he did not. No, he played live action. He did play live action.
He counts as Batman because he was the longest running Batman of all of them.
And he was live action too. I forgot about that because he was in the TV show when they did the Crisis.
I do have the serial movies, Alan.
Yeah. I have the serial movies for Batman, and I have the series for Superman too. Kirk Allen was the first one. For me, number 1, I'm not going to count Conroy because it was just that TV episode. He did great in it, but
Batman in history.
And if it was animation, no, it's animation.
Animation, video games, everything, comics.
If that was, but that was not the thing. The idea was like, okay, let's rank the live action Batman.
You didn't say that. You said just rank the Batmans.
No, I did actually. If you go back, I actually said let's rank the live action Batman. Yeah, number 1 is Michael Keaton for me. It's my favorite. Number 2 is Adam West. Number 3, Kilmer.
What?
Kilmer's like his Batman. His Batman was great, and also his movie's great. Next up, Pattinson. And I kind of go back and forth on that.
I forgot him. He was last.
And then it's going to be a tie, I guess, for last place, which is going to be George Clooney and Ben Affleck, I guess. No, wait, I forgot Christian Bale, didn't I? Oh, Christian Bale's last place.
Wow.
And I like it. I love those films too, by the way. Like that's like not saying I don't like the films. I like the films.
Are we supposed to count the kid? Are we supposed to count the kid from Gotham as Batman?
He did great. Like he did great. But I was just going for the movie stuff. Can you rate the best actors that have played Superman 2? Christopher Reeve, and Christopher Reeve. Uh, now, Chris Reeve is number one.
Wow.
Is always number one. Nobody else has done it the way that he does, and
Disagree.
nobody else probably will.
Completely. The best Superman of all time is George Reeves.
I like him. And he definitely was.
I mean, when did you ever not see him go through a wall? He was fantastic. The strength of his character.
I think Christopher Reeve, legitimately, when you look at Chris Reeve as an actor and how he played the role of Superman, and you look at how his life went, epitomizes absolutely everything that Superman is. The S on Superman doesn't stand for Superman in a sense. It's hope in kryptonite.
Oh, but no hope.
And Chris Reeve was a guy that never lost hope, that never gave up, and was insanely great.
Because when he got ill, when he got in that wheelchair and that, he was still doing incredible work.
Yeah, he became an actual superhero with the stuff that he did for people. And his wife just stood beside him, and he did some amazing stuff. That really is Superman.
Yeah,
that is what Superman should be. So yeah, there's, as far as acting goes too, he has the subtleties down that a lot of people don't get. George Reeve got it, but Christopher Reeve just had this sort of, how do I put it, physicality for the role of Clark Kent and Superman.
Definitely, yeah, he did. He definitely nailed Clark down perfectly.
And it was like, and he could do it like, well, he's just got glasses on. He takes the glasses out. But no, his stance, his posture, just the kind of the.
And he had sex appeal in the most kid-friendly sense.
He did, and without like seeming like threatening, and like it's everything. And people are going to hate this. I hope people are going to hate this. I got to.
Well, we haven't finished yet, okay?
Yeah, I know, because we're gonna have to get to the one that's going to get a lot of people upset. We know we're going to upset people. We're going to talk. We're going to get to it, but I'm talking about. I haven't got to that much yet. So David Cornsweet we haven't seen him, so we can't rank him because we haven't seen him as Superman yet. So it's unfair to put a guy in there that hasn't played Superman. Nicolas Cage, again, we still haven't seen him as Superman. We saw like
yes, we have seen him as Superman. We saw him as Superman in the Flash.
And
he was CGI,
we'll forget that
and he was animated, and he showed that he could have been the greatest.
But I'll say, thanks for the list, because I'll rank them like that, and then I'm going to let Malcolm rank them. But I choose Chris Reeve as first. In second place for me is Tom Welling, actually. And in third place is Chris Reeve, who I think George Reeve, who I think is amazing. And in fourth place is, although I'm not a fan of the actor as a person, is Dean Cain. In fifth place is Brandon Roth, who I thought did a great job with a shitty script. I did not know Matt Bomer played Superman. Which one was he again? When was the guy from Suits Superman? White Collar Superman?
Was that Superboy?
No, Superboy you got me, Christopher Gerard, and there's not John Hames Newton. And Tyler Hoechlin, definitely way up there, above Dean Cain for sure. Tyler Hoechlin's amazing as Superman, not just in Supergirl and Superman and Lois. That's an incredible series.
He was the one who was in Teen Wolf, right?
Yeah, man, did he like? I did not see that coming. Him being such a good Superman.
Yeah,
that blew my mind. That series, that Superman and Lois series, is freaking incredible. And we'll talk about a scary version of Lex, man.
Yeah. Okay. For me,
Last, of course, is Henry Cavill.
For me, did you say last is Henry Cavill?
Yeah. I'll explain after, but go ahead.
For me, I pick Christopher Reeves because I don't think anyone does it as good as he does. You know, and the movies got really bad, but that wasn't him. That was the things around it that weren't so good. You know, he could have been Superman forever, and nobody would have batted an eyelid. After him, I'd probably pick Dean Cain because I've always loved Dean Cain. I always thought he was really good, and I think he's a real good humanitarian who helps a lot of people and has a great heart. Right. Then I'd probably pick George Reeves. And then I'd probably pick Brandon Routh, Tom Welling. I'm going to pick Nicolas Cage because I think Nicolas Cage would have made a fantastic Superman from what I've seen. And then I'm going to pick Tyler Hoechlin. I'm going to pick David Cotton Sweat, who I've never seen, didn't even know he existed until just now. Matt Bomer and Henry Cavill. I think Henry Cavill is a really good Superman look, but I just don't think he's got what it takes to actually be Superman material. I could see Henry Cavill being better playing a character like Joe Bob Briggs or whatever his name is, Joe Big Bob's, you know, the driving guy.
I mean, here's the thing: I like Henry Cavill, like as a person, and I think he's pretty good with a lot of stuff that he does. But here's the thing: he never really got a great chance because he was under somebody that didn't know jack shit about Superman.
Yeah, that's
and
true.
But
someone said famous nods, Terrence Stamp, hands down.
Best flashback, actually. Yeah, there we go. We're not doing that, man.
The best flashback legs was what's his name from High School Musical.
Yeah, right on. I like him. Now I'm gonna have I Can't Dance like in my freaking head on it.
I almost bought Dancing Ninja. I should have said that's one of my favorite ninja films with him and David Hasselhoff. It was too expensive.
That is all kinds of crazy, but I love it. I actually
I wanted to buy it yesterday, but it was $14.99.
Have you ever seen it?
No.
It's
I've wanted to for years, but not for 15 quid.
Like I think he gets Ninja Park when it gets late or something like that. It's really strange.
Look at that, Smallville excluded. That's BS, that is.
Yeah, got to include
Smallville. You're playing the rules bad, Matty. You're playing the rules with the wrong people. We break the rules here.
You go. Careful. The cats are climbing at me like
crazy. I think the best voice of Lex Luthor was the voice that was in the animated Superman.
Oh, Clancy Brown.
That voice was great. Yeah, brilliant actor, brilliant voice.
Clancy Brown's fantastic.
I love him as Kruger, man. There's that elderly woman on the car when he speaks. I go, I love that.
But as for like Lex Luthor, Michael Rosenbaum, full stop.
Oh, he's perfect. Yeah, definitely perfect.
Yeah, like it doesn't get better than that. Like there's other good super like Lexas, but not as great.
Yeah, perfect live action and perfect animation is Clancy Brown.
100%. Tim Daly voiced Superman. He did, yeah. The guy from Wings.
We know.
I used to like the Ruby Spears Superman series too, the one that like would end every episode with like the family, like the yearbook of Superman. It starts with the baby, and then they get like little like mini episodes where he's like a teenager and all that.
Oh, new announcements from Netflix.
Are you serious?
Feature. Yeah, creature feature.
Okay, let me just check. See if it's up there.
Side effects. Creature feature. And the other guy from Wayne swung a mallet at Jack Talents. Noise. Matty.
Hey, they haven't shown up here on mine, actually. Unless you're not up yet. Up on the
I'll show you. I've got the email. I've got the email right there. Hey! I've got the email. What they say?
Yeah, they don't have it
When
on their
people
site
say
yet.
I should do streams of Donna, I should just tie this to my show like this and be like this. Hello, everybody. Hello. Hello, it's me, Donna. Hello.
Oh no, I mean,
No, it's not Donna. It's
not on their
nice.
website yet.
Do you want me to get the email up? Let me have a look at the email.
See if you show any pictures.
New this week, and it loads. It's got like 9 titles. Okay, so it's got Guts on the Chainsaw.
Oh, we do have it here.
This
Though.
one here. Guts on the Chainsaw.
Okay. I got it. Hold on. There we go.
Okay, there we go. That's all of them.
Guts on the Chainsaw. Looks like the same actress in This Way to Hell. Maybe it's the same character. I'm not sure.
It looks like it could be a sequel. It's dressed similar.
It does look very similar. It's same director. Down the Chimney with a chainsaw. Myths and Mutants. Mountain Devil 3. The Bigfoot Invasion. Mountain Devil 2. The Search for Jan Clement. Is that a spoiler for first Mountain Devil? Exorcism Prayer. Inherited Scars. And Heads Up to the World.
Bikini Airways. That sounds amazing.
The late night cable classic, Bikini Airways. Savage Christmas. Don't you just love the freaking covers on these, man?
Yeah, the covers are amazing, aren't they? I just wish their shipping was cheaper because I'd buy some of them. I
would gladly support them if they had decent shipping.
Yeah. What's the back look like? There's no nudity on it, is there?
Let me see. I'm going to check real quick. Now we're good. Isn't it weird? Like if I could show like somebody like as long as it's fake, you know, like blood and guts like crazy, but a boob comes up and like, oh, you're demonetized.
Ridiculous.
It's insane. So after traumatizing event, Noah tries to put the piece of her life back together to prove she isn't crazy. All right, so that's
so basically your usual kind of craziness. That's got to be the original. That one. The other one's got to be the sequel.
Zayla was left for dead, but before she took her last breath, she made a deal with the demon from the pits of hell, fueled by insatiable desire. Sounds like a different character, though. No. Maybe it's the same actress, and these just used in different movies.
So these are burn on demand, aren't they? They're movie on demands.
Yeah, like most of these are.
Yeah. Oh, the Blu-ray discs are as well, aren't they?
I think so. Yeah. The guy from Wings swinging
Airways. Can we see the back of Bikini Airways?
We'll see.
If there's no nudity.
There's no nudity yet. Yeah, yes, we can.
What's this?
A bonus second feature. Nicole Sheridan's Hot Housewife's Truth or Dare. I kind of want that.
Yeah, me too.
For academic purposes.
$16.99. The thing that annoys me is if I put that in my car, $16.99, but the shipping's like 50 quid.
That's insane. Like even in Canada, it's like shipping's not great.
Do you own any of these, Matty?
You get autograph now.
Love it. Oh, look at that one.
The one for you. Camp Blood animated.
No. Is it an animated one?
Yes. Oh my God. If
I've got to look this up right now. I'm sorry. I've got to look this up on my phone. Camp Blood animated. I'm just curious to see if it's like, because it looks like old video game style.
It does look like PS2. Sorry, PS1.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to mute it. I'm going to mute it, and I'm going to try. Are you ready?
Do it. Let's have a look. Yeah.
If there's nudity or something, it's animated, so. A new cult classic from Sterling Entertainment. Okay, this is live action right here. That's.
You know what? Oh, that's not too bad.
Not too bad so far. I don't know what the sound
Actually,
like.
I'm quite impressed.
Looks like Barbie animation, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
So there's a little bit of perspective issue. Oh my God.
Oh, I like that tongue action. Oh,
not bad overall. I mean,
I might buy this.
I want this.
Not for me, obviously. Oh, look, this looks great. Oh, she lost her leg in the game. Oh,
I feel like they told me way too much.
I've got to look this up right now on eBay and see if it's on there. Let's have a look. Camp Blood animated.
I was this day old when I figured out that existed, by the way.
That's amazing.
I really want Evil Tunes so bad. I had that on VHS for the longest time.
That's a classic.
Madison. Man.
It's a shame they've got it. Camp Blood.
You got her right on the cover, and they don't even mention her name. That blows my mind.
So good.
So Madison's famous, like porn star guy, adult actress. That's her on the cover with the dark hair. And they mentioned like David Carradine, Monique Gabriel, Michelle Bauer, Dick Miller, Artie Johnson, but not the girl on the cover. Who, trust me, a lot of people when they rented this movie for the first time, rented it because Madison was in it. Did you rent it because Madison was in it first initially?
No, I saw it on DVD originally, and I was like, "Oh, hello." Because if you ask me, I think this goes really well if you watch Who Framed Roger Rabbit with it.
That's a unique combination. I've never thought about that before. But yeah,
you put them together and boom. Why can't I find it? Camp Blood animated Blu-ray.
Well, you got to buy it. It's on sale for $29.99. Autographed.
Yeah, I can't buy it from them, can I? Because they ship.
But dude, it's autographed, right? By David Sterling.
Yeah, by Sterling. Have you seen his autograph? It's not on there, but you've never seen it, have you? It's awful.
Like you'd have to buy the autograph from David Sterling, and then you got to get Anvil Karen and get autographed by the director.
Right. So there we go. There it is, and it's £25. I will not be paying £25.
That's a bit.
I should get Anvil Karen and get Sean C to sign it.
There you go. Now, if you've seen your video.
If he's seen my video, he'll send me a message telling me how much he likes it and can I give him a donation for his crowdfunding. I actually think I was actually quite nice in that video about him.
I mean, I haven't made a movie, so, but yeah. Yes, I have. No, that's not true, right? I have a written film.
You made home movies. That's a movie.
Not my fault it sucked, but I didn't make it. But I just wrote the script.
Personally, I think if you're going to make a movie, you have to be able to accept constructive criticism.
You got to anything. If you're in the industry at all, you got to be able to accept constructive criticism and expect worse.
Yeah.
If you're on YouTube, you expect more. We've gone through a lot today.
Yeah.
But at the point where I'm right now, where my computer's at 10%, there's a lot of announcements that have come out there. So, guys, I want to thank you for joining. I want to thank Malcolm for popping in. Kind of surprised because I didn't think he was going to be able to today.
Surprise, surprise. It all came between the eyes.
But I will see you guys later, and I want to thank you so much for joining us here today in the Call Cinema.
Take care, guys. Hey.